Hello, everyone. Welcome to the show. And so glad you could be here. We have a great show for you today. And welcome, everyone. I see you all in the chat. And our guest is going to be System Failure.
Hello.
And yeah, say hello. Yeah, he said hello. And Sandy is here. The only thing is Teresa is not going to be here until after we interview the guest, but she said she's going to be here later, so she's not here right now. Okay, so I would start off with I'm going to ask the guest a few questions here,
and then afterwards we'll take questions from the chat if anyone has any questions after the interview.
Of course.
Okay, then.
Lovely. Go for it.
Get started. Are we ready? Okay.
Are we ready, folks? Hold on to your fucking hats. Sorry, am I let swear?
No, no. But that's okay.
Try not to. Try not to.
Okay. But you're good. It slipped out. Okay. All right, then. Okay, so first question then is going to be, let's see. Let me get the interview. There we go. When did you first become aware of the Mandela Effect?
Ooh, that's it. That is. I looked at that question earlier on. I suppose I woke up to it about 2015, maybe. I'd say ish.
Wow.
Early 2015. I think it might have been around. Let me see.
It's an early one.
Yeah, it might have been early 2015. I had something happen to me. Some tragedy thing happened or whatever. Some family shit. So sorry, I shouldn't. Some family thing happened, and you know, I was awake or whatever. I was awake, but I think I've kind of been awake most of my life. But I just sort of in different types of ways. You know what I mean? I've always been a ufologist. I've always been mad shit, but you know, I've always, you know, I've had a misspent youth as well. So I've taken a few hallucinogenics in my day. So you know, I don't trust my own memories sometimes.
Yeah, interesting. Okay, and next question then. What was the first ME that made you realize this was more than just a trending YouTube topic? It could be a much more bigger topic than you'd think, you know.
You know what? I think one of the ones that was probably I'm a big movie buff. I love movies and stuff like that. I watch movies all the time. And I used to be a DJ, so I know all this kind of mad stuff. I've watched so much. I think most of the movies would have been probably the bigger changes. When you start messing with C-3PO and all that kind of stuff, that was probably one of my Forrest Gump. The Star Wars one is a big one for me, but that's, you know, then you go into details of the when I saw them, I saw other things change as well. But you know, you sort of flash them off as, you know, oh geez, I'm just bad memory, you know.
Yeah.
As you do. And then when you wake up to the Mandela Effect, you go, you know what? No, I'm actually going to start trusting my memories. Effect the Mandela Effect. That's just a lot of shit.
Yeah,
you know?
I would imagine a lot of the effect, it did brush it off a lot in the beginning, you know. As I thought they were changing logos, and I thought it got a little crazier, you know.
Oh, definitely, definitely.
It got a little too crazy. I thought, oh my God, you know, there's no way they can't be doing that. I
tried to look into it. I do research as well in a lot of stuff. I'm kind of like Teresa. I'm a residue hunter, so I residue hunt all my. You know, I suppose I've been residue all my life, because stuff that from my childhood and stuff like that. When you think back, you go, Jesus, yeah, that's exactly. But now all I do, my whole apartment or my whole flat is just full of residue. I've given out about 5% of what I have, but I'll go over that with you later on about some of the residue I do. But I think that my first man that would have been a movie thing or a song would have been one of the first ones. I'd say it would have been probably one of the Star Wars ones or the Forrest Gump one, you know. But I've always been open to ideas. I'm always doing theories and stuff like that. So it's yeah, I don't know. Then I started looking into YouTube. I've done a few of the bigger clips, and I was like, oh wow. But I was on Facebook a lot longer before that, you know. And then I found some groups when I saw a video, obviously. So, you know, visually you go into these things and then you find groups on Facebook. So I just sort of connected the dots, you know.
Yeah.
Connected the dots.
And what are your top 3 anchor MEs?
Okay.
You said you had mentioned the Star Wars.
The Lion and the Lamb.
Okay.
Would be one. Because I'm Irish Catholic, so very religious. I used to be Irish Catholic. Well, I'm still Irish. I'm still Irish.
But
Religion,
you know that so
religion,
well.
yeah, religion is,
Okay.
it's, you know, I used to go to, my auntie is a nun, you know, she's now a sister. So I was growing up in a big religious family, you know. I have about 40, no, I have about 25 Bibles on every different religion you can name in here somewhere in this room full of thousands of books. But I suppose that one, The Lion, the Lamb, the Forrest Gump one, I just find it very funny. And obviously the Star Wars ones, pick one. Luke, I am your father, the silver leg, the gold leg, whatever you want. The wires on C-3PO, the black hands on R2D or C-3PO, you know, all them good ones, you know.
Yeah.
You know, we can go biblical as well with the Noah and the Ark and all that kind of stuff. But you know, I think the first ones would have been visually for me because I'm a big movie buff. You know.
Right. Okay, then when did you create your channel?
I created this one in October 2018. I also have another one called Uniflow, which was just a YouTube channel. But first of all, I started off with a channel called System Failure. And it got taken down, and that was probably about 5 years ago. And I was with a few people talking all their shit. I don't know. Sorry for swearing.
I like that name. Yeah, I like your name.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That one got taken down, and then it was something about I couldn't get back into it because I wasn't using my proper name. They wanted me to change it, and I wouldn't change it, and then they just kicked me off YouTube.
Oh, really? For your name? Oh my gracious!
Yeah, do you want them? It said I think because when I set it up, I didn't use my real. Obviously, I didn't use my real name, or I didn't show my real name. I didn't have a clue how to use YouTube yet. I just wanted to get out there and do some shit, you know. So that one got taken down, and then I had another one on my phone called Uniflow. I used to pop in and chat to people and stuff. Well, not chat in live chat, just you know, comments and thumbs up as much as I could. And then this one here is October 2018, the one I'm on, the current one that I'm on. You know. We'll see what happens with that one. You know, I've gone up so many subscribers in the last. I think I hit 300 on the 9th of January.
Great. And it's Sandy. Can you Sandy? Can you put his link in? Great for the chat. Great.
Oh yeah, perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, I will do it as soon as I get.
I can't find your live chat. I can't find your live video here on your live stream for some reason.
Great.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Go on, carry on.
All right. Then what led you to decide to create a Mandela Effect YouTube channel, and what was your first Mandela Effect you covered? I think you answered that, except what was the first effect that you made a video about?
Oh wow! Now that's what's the first effect? That's a good question. I didn't actually think of that one. Let me come back on that one. Can you come back on that one in a second? I'll find that for you.
Sure.
I'll find out on that. Find you out that in 1 second. The only one I didn't actually, because I was on live till 1 o'clock or something, so I continued. Carry on.
All right, and why did you decide to call your channel System Failure?
Well, it was up until just before Christmas. It was my real name, which is I'll just give you my real initials. It's MF. So with MF, at the System Failure, so the last letter in system, and the first letter in failure is my initials.
Oh, your initials. Okay.
Yeah, so that's why I call it System Failure. But when I went to see the Matrix a long time ago, the first Matrix, you know, at the very end scene, as it comes out, the System Failure comes and hits you at the big. I went to see it in a big, massive screen in Dublin. I think it was one of the biggest screens in Europe at the time. And at that scene, and that just movie meant so much to me. Not that it meant so much to me in a, oh, we're all in a fucking Matrix.
Yeah, I love that movie.
In a digital world, but in a sense that, you know, just opened my eyes that little bit more, because they were already open, but it was just that little bit more too. And then I read into what it was all about, what books they had to do, what books they had to read.
I think it opened a lot of eyes for people, made them think.
Yes, absolutely. Yes. You know, so that's why I'm called System Failure. That's why I'm called System Failure.
Great. And in your opinion, what do you believe is causing the Mandela Effect to happen? Do you have any beliefs set for that? You might not have any, but
what number of question is that again?
Okay, in your opinion, what do you believe is causing the Mandela Effect to happen?
Yes. I wrote the answer down on this one, because I did write some answers down as I went through them earlier on. What do I think is causing it? Yeah. You know what? People say CERN, people say supernaturally changed, and people say it's our vision change, and people say it's the coming of Christ, the coming of whatever. People also say that it's, our vision actually expanding, and we're the 1444, whatever them 144, the fallen angels are meant to be lead the way. Now, as far as I think, I suppose it could be a mixture of all sorts, but it's also probably something to do with, it could be, it's definitely something that we don't know. I feel like a fucking politician now, sorry. It's definitely something that we don't know, but I think by thinking about it too much of what it is might take you off your path of trying to find out your own path, if you know what I mean. So for every answer, so say for instance, I might think it's supernatural, and then I might put someone on a path of thinking it's supernatural, and they're something else, and they might think it's the science way or whatever. I wouldn't like to. I do think CERN have something to do with, here we are. We're actually, look at us, what we're doing. We're messing around with stuff, reality. But I do also think that that's media. I don't trust the media. I think it could be supernaturally changing, but I also think it's been going on for thousands and thousands of years.
Oh, okay.
Do you know what I mean?
It's not a new thing. And there's so much we don't know.
It's not a new thing. It's not a new thing. We just don't know anything.
And we definitely don't know everything. Yeah.
So you asked me a question. What was the first video I put up on my channel? On this one. The first video I put up, I'm just looking at now, this is going to sound silly. The first video I put up on my YouTube channel was a Snapchat clip that someone sent me of a UFO. Anyway, the next one I put up was the best compilation used Mandela, because I sent Brian McFarlane a clip of, we're going to need a bigger boat, but I was watching a movie and it's in that. So he made a video for me, with that clip in it, with the clip I sent him. And then he made that video. So that would have been my second video. But my first actual Mandela Effect, I just do residue. All my earlier ones are just residue. And they're all pictures I've taken with books that I have in my possession.
Okay.
And I have a shitty camera.
Yeah.
So I am upgrading. So they will be coming back. And it's only about 10% of what I have.
Sounds good. All right, great. And do you believe there is a common thread or attribute amongst those that are affected?
Common trend. Let me see. I did put yes. The answer I put on my page was yes. That's all I put down. Right. But I can elaborate on that one. I do think there's a common trend. I am going to do probably something. I do have a couple of theories going on there with a few other people. There is a case of I think it was a tribe back in the day started compulsively laughing. Now this might have nothing to do with it, but it's just something I was thinking about with a few other guys. And then I think in modern days, this girl went to school. She had a tick, and she went to school, and her friend got the tick. And then what happened about a month later? About 10 people in her class got the tick, and so on and so on and so on and so on. And what happened? It was an outbreak in the school. Now you can go and I don't know if you want to Google this or not. But then also other things that happened, like people outbreaks of laughing and stuff like that uncontrollably, and it become a bit of a like a disease, would you say, which is weird. I was talking to people about like that, and there's different circles of different kind of thought on the Mandela Effect. So I think there's always been people thinking about it and talking about it, but just in different ways, and not calling it the Mandela Effect, and trying to figure out in a different angle what the Mandela Effect, and it all leads to one kind of conclusion, if you know what I mean. Okay. So I do think there is a common trend of those affected. They just want to seek knowledge. You know what I mean? They're sick of this daily life of going out and being lied to all the time. And it might have something to do with their vision, or not. It's nothing to do with their intellect, because I'm fucking thick as a ditch. Sorry, I didn't mean to swear, but you know what I mean. I left school when I was 15, so it's nothing to do with intellect. I think it's something to do with either spiritualism or openism, or something to do with consciousness or awareness. Because there is another thing about you have the mind, the consciousness, and the brain. Right. So which is telling which to do. So depends on which are. Yeah.
Okay. Good. All right. And did you see the Mandela Effect as a positive or negative phenomenon? And do you think it is beneficial to the affected in any way?
Oh, I think it's most definitely a positive thing. In my half glass full, half glass empty book of things. As far as as far as beneficial to the effect of it anyway, I think we're all experiencing different ways in the Mandela effect in different ways.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And I do think that the more spiritual people, the more spiritual people that are affected seem to think that, well, not seem to think that talk about it being a lot to do with, they talk about a lot of Bible stuff and stuff like that. I don't want to say who they are and whatever, some people think that oh, it's good, it's bad because this has happened. If it is the Bible stuff, if it's God, but if it's good, if it is the Bible stuff as well. So it depends on which way you look at it. I do think people get freaked out a lot. Too much information like that can put your brain to shock.
I believe you.
I try to put a little bit of comedy into it, and I try to go, you know what? There's a bit of information now. Here, have a laugh. There's a bit of information there. Here, have a laugh. And there's a lot of information now. There, go get that into your head, and then here's a fucking great laugh. Come back and laugh with me for a minute, and then we let the image sink into your brain. Let you process the thoughts for a couple of minutes, and then if you want to talk about it, come talk about it. Yeah. You know what I mean? I think it's weird. I think a lot of people are rosebuds ready to become a rose, and it's going to be a big awakening for a lot of people, which is great. I love it. I'm loving it.
Okay, great. And has the Mandela effect affected your personal life and relationships in any way? For example, angering friends and family. And do you know anyone IRL who is also affected that you can talk to about the Mandela effect?
Oh, I thought did that say IRL? What's anyone IRL? What's IRL mean? In relation?
Yeah.
Okay.
In real life.
Oh, in real life. Okay, thank you. Yeah, it's definitely fucked up. Oh, sorry, it's definitely messed with some of my relationships. All right. But I've always been crazy, I've always had this, bit of a craziness going on. I've been in a few institutes and stuff like that and whatever, it is what it is. But as a young child, I was always, brought to these psychiatrists and psychologists or whatever to try to figure out my brain, because whatever it is, whatever, what did they say it was? I don't know. They they label it and they label it and they label it and all. So whatever. I've always been a bit weird. But other things happened in my life where me and my family kind of separated a little bit over a few other things. My mother passed. My grandfather and my grandmother passed within 6 months of each other. But my mother, it was expected because she passed away. But anyway, that thing happened, and whatever happened at that time, I lost my relationship with my 14-year-old relationship. I lost my car, lost my mortgage, just got on a boat with a bag, and I said, "Go, I'm gone." Now, when I look back, I think I was awake until I got the news of my mother, and then I went back to sleep and went in fear mode. And then when I went to Australia, I saw what happened. I actually saw them after the chemo and all that, and I just lost my shit, and I went back to slow mode again. But then after all that shit happened, I think what happened then was I'd lost my family, and I found my way again. And I really have been not really been talking to them. The journey so far is you talk to people about the Mandela effect, they get a bit freaked out sometimes. So I'm trying to talk to them a different way. I've got a little bit more wiser about it, but I don't have many friends anyway. You know what I mean? And fuck them. Sorry, I don't mean fuck them. I mean, I don't need friends. Who needs friends when you've got all you guys?
Okay. No? Okay, then have you ever observed any changes happen in real time, whether an image changing in front of you, something in real life, geographical changes, etc.?
Yes. Stuff I bought stuff as Theresa and Sandy. Now I collect residue, and yourself, I collect residue. I bought some stuff that's changed in my own house. A Ford keyring in particular that I bought, and this is one that I've noticed. I'm not going to say the rest at the moment, but I bought it because it's residue. I then went to look at it to take a picture of it again with a better camera. It's not residue. It's actually got the pig's tail on it now. The pig's tail at the top of the F. Now, I put it into the bigger groups a long time ago when I first found it. The bigger groups, the big Mandela Effect groups, and everyone kind of comes through them. And like the ones with 40,000, and you put up pictures, and the people are giving you shit, saying, "Oh, it's just this, it's just that, it's not residue, or whatever." So you just drop it and you leave it. But I went back to look at it, and that changed in my house. You know, in real time, yes, I've got photographs. I could show you them later on, or I can show you them now if you wish. Like last night on my show, stuff changed in front of us. The show I done last week, no, 2 nights ago, stuff changed in front of us. The night I done the show with Brian McFarlane, live on air, I uploaded a photograph that I shouldn't have uploaded. It was just residue I had, and it got taken off my computer live on air right there in front of everyone. And I stopped it and I said, "Look, can you see?" And I zoomed in at the bottom of my and I could see it was being deleted off my computer live on air. So yes,
My goodness.
that's why I've only put 5% of my stuff on air and on whatever. On Facebook.
See, that would have freaked me out.
No, it is what it is. It is what it is.
Yeah,
I
really.
wouldn't be surprised if I wake up with a kangaroo's head in the morning. You know what I mean? It wouldn't surprise me at all. You know, so I'm open to that. But, you know, I've seen some funky shit. You know. So, yeah.
I believe you. Okay, then. Let's see. What next? We got. Have you experienced changes in yourself, such as changes to your appearance, health, personality, etc., after being affected?
I went through a time when I was, as I said, I went through a time when I was in a homeless for a little bit. I was homeless for about a year, so I did lose a lot of weight. So I think that was just after, because when I left Ireland, I got on a boat. I went to France. Then I came back to England because my friend in France wasn't there. My friend in France. When I say France, I emailed him just before I got on the boat, going to France from Ireland. And then when I got on the boat, he emailed me back, said, "I'm not going to be here for a month." I went, "Oh shit, I'm on the boat now. I can't jump off." So I had to go to France, and then I got a boat back to France to England, and I stayed in a few people's places, but I ended up being homeless for about a year. So I lost a lot of weight over that. But I met some really, really nice people. But now I'm on my feet. I met some really, really cool people. Had my own one bedroom. Well, it's a 1-bedroom flat from the council. It's not that I don't need. I'm on benefits, so I'm on. They say I'm disabled, that I'm not able to walk. At the end of the day, I'm a physical fit man. I just think I'm just crazy, so they don't let me walk. I'm prone to have a bit of a fuck you kind of an attitude with people who just don't give me shit. No, that's not at all. I'm on tablets, put it that way.
Well, it's good. It's good you got back on your feet, though. That's really
thank
good.
you. No, do you know what? I feel blessed every day.
Oh,
I
good.
feel blessed because I look at what I have here. Now, when I left Ireland, I left a lot of stuff there. But, you know, I think for the first 2 years or 3 years when I got this, first year when I got this place, I've refilled the whole place with stuff that I didn't have before, and it's new life, you know. It's a totally new life.
Yeah, sure.
It's amazing. But now it's all information. Now I've got about 6,000 books. I've got like 7 bags of books in front of me on a chair. I haven't even opened yet. So yeah.
Yeah, it's just it's good when stuff like that happens, and if you feel like you have a second chance in life, and you don't give up. And
as far as my body experience, my body stuff, I think I've definitely lost weight and stuff like that, but it could have had something to do with other stuff. Sleep pattern definitely goes, because with the YouTube, I think as well, you're looking at a screen all the time. It's hard to get back and turn off the screen and go to sleep. If you turn off a screen and pick up a book, you'll fall asleep in 10 minutes. But if you come off a computer, you're trying to do some more information on an internet search, you'll find yourself staying awake. So that's part of as well of keeping you awake as well. I think, you know, your sleep pattern messes around.
Okay, so you have noticed that your sleep pattern's different?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I had one night here. I live in a block of flats. I live in a 7-story in a block of flats. I had one night here. I went a bit crazy, and I had not a Mandela Effect, whatever you want to call it, an opening or an enlightenment thing. And I end up jumping out my window. I think. I'll put it this way: part of me did, and then part of me didn't, because then the next time I was at the front door and the cops were on me, and I bet the shit out of the 2 cops, and then I ended up being sectioned. But I had this mad epiphany. And that's not the first time I've had that, but this time I was just happened to be on the 7th floor. But so yeah, it's a bit crazy. I see some weird shit, but I'm okay now. I'm okay. I'm on tablets. It's all good.
Okay, and next question. Have you experienced ringing in the ears, sleep disturbances, changes in your sleep patterns, or any changes in behaviors since becoming affected? Like I could think you pretty much answered that one, so we can go on the next question.
I can't walk down the road without seeing residue. I'd like to know actually in the chat, does everyone and yourself as well? I know Trees is probably the same. As a residue hunter, you can't walk down the street without seeing residue. And even if it's in the corner of your eye, and it's not that it ruins your day. I can't sit down and watch a movie without getting up and stopping it and pausing and taking a photograph. That ruins my day every now and again. Carry on.
Okay, then. Let's see.
Ringing in the ears, don't know. No ringing in the ears.
Okay, in your opinion, do you think the MEs are slowing down, speeding up, or vary throughout the year?
I have an answer for that written down. Because I have an answer for that. So do I think that no, I think they're coming quick and fast all the time. I think our awareness of them is becoming quick and faster. And it becomes quick and faster at certain times of the year when you're not bombarded with other shit, maybe. So, for instance, Christmas, you're bombarded with, Christmas feelings, Christmas, Thanksgiving, the family's around, all the Christmas, all the stress and this and another. And then also these things come on top of you. So you start to notice other things around because your other senses are a little bit overfull or whatever. So you do become more aware. And then, you're coming up to New Year's, you have to make a resolution. Everyone gets a bit panicky around resolution time and they go, oh no, the world's going to end. Oh no, Christmas is all this. So I think you become more aware. So I do think trending wise, it depends on the media, but I do think they're coming quick and fast all the time. All the time. But they're coming at minute levels. They're coming at like microscopic levels as well that we can't really see until they become a little bit bigger. Or at least
Yeah, I And let's see. Do you think that the changes to the weather, cloud patterns, natural disasters, etc., are related to the Mandela Effect at all?
No, I don't know if they're. They could be related to it as far as, but they're also related to. I don't want to go too conspiracy, but they're also related to the government and all this fucking conspiracy, fallen technology, HARP and all that. Weather manipulation, trying to geoengineer the whole planet, trying to make what they want them to do, trying to create fear. So then again, it's also to do. They know that we know that they know. So they're doing stuff to the sky to have a fleet goes out and think we think that that's all to do with the Mandela Effect. So it's all a mind game, if you know what I mean. So they're doing that visually, but then we think it's up to do with the Mandela Effect. So it could be, and it could be the other way around either. It's hard to know. I don't know the answer. I wish I did. But as far as the natural disasters and stuff like that, that's just we haven't shifted to a different planet. This is all just gone crazy, and they're just trying to keep us safe, because they're definitely not trying to keep us safe. They're just trying to create fear, I think. I think so.
Yeah, I see. Do you think that the changes to the weather, or I just asked you that, sorry, do you see anything happening in the future, either related or because of the Mandela Effect? Do you predict anything in the future happening with the Mandela Effect?
Do I predict anything happening? I think more of us are going to be aware of it. I think so. It's not as if I don't think it's going to go well. One day we're going to wake up the next day and there are going to be more Mandela effects around. I think we're just going to notice more bit by bit by bit by bit. Like some people think they're going to wake up and see more of you standing there going, "Hello, you're actually been in the Matrix. Come on, welcome awake."
Yeah,
you are the one.
Right.
But at the end of the day, we're all the one. We're all the one. You are Morpheus. You're Neo. You're Nebuchadnezzar, or whatever the fucking the name of the boat was. You're everything, and you are the one anyway. So don't expect to wake up and do that. So I don't know. Maybe that's happening. Maybe we're creating that reality for ourselves, and when we pass on, that's where we go to, what the memories that we keep and the memories that we create our own heaven. I don't know. It is very, 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 very interesting. Now, I see that the question number 16 is, do I think the law of physics are changing? I think that has a lot to do with the way we perceive things. Physics, the laws of physics that they tell us are the laws of physics to them, but I don't think they're the real laws of physics, to be honest. There's a lot of missing. I don't believe the scientists tell us what is really out there. So physics-wise, they come out every now and again. A conspiracy theory or someone in the mainstream might pop their head up every now and again. But you know what? We've just broken the law of physics here. Something major is coming, and then they fuck off again. Sorry, I don't mean to say the fuck off. Then they disappear again. The media just it's like a little bubble. But as far as laws of physics change, I've looked into binary code, I've also looked into, binary code and switching numbers with different codes, and I also looked into this thing called binary colors, which is it's a different kettle of fish altogether, which is something to do with laws of physics, but it's the way you see things and the way you perceive things. It's like looking at I suppose it's like 5 people standing around a dog, and each one takes a picture, or not takes a picture, draws a picture, and then each one of them tries to explain it because they've never seen a dog before to someone else. So they all get a different angle of it, if you know what I mean. So it's you have to look at it all different ways, I suppose.
Yeah, I could see that. I definitely.
Everyone looks at it different ways,
Yeah, of course.
Of
course. True.
I'm just a bit.
All right. Is there anything you'd like to add or tell us that we didn't ask you? Just anything.
Let me see. I can't even read my own writing. I'm joking. There was a few notes there, but not really. No, I suppose I have some pictures and all we can get into later on. But I have theories. I have lots of theories. On that's all I do is sit around and talking theories with people. Whether it be in my head or in this reality or whatever it is, I just talk theories. But I've been doing theories all my life because I'm into I'm not into it, but I run a few groups on UFOs as well. I'm not a flat earther. I'm not that I don't believe that it's flat. I don't really care if it's flat. I don't really care if it's a ball. No, it's not that I don't care. Sorry, that should be said the wrong way. I do care, but I'm not going to find out if it is flat, round, a ball, an illusion, a matrix, a computer simulation, or whatever till I move on to the next one. And sometimes I think that maybe this part of this consciousness, it might be just one part of an existence, like we have 5 or 6 senses as we do now. So consciousness might be just one of them senses that we're just experienced as another part of a different being. Or maybe we're just actually just got. Some people say that we might be gods, that we just got so bored being a god, we said we put ourselves into this and give ourselves tests, and then when we wake up out of this, we just go, "Oh, that was all right. Well, let's try something else."
Maybe it's emerging with a higher, a larger dimension, like the 4th dimension, and it's supposed to happen that we merge with. I don't know.
I've done a couple of theories on that as well. I actually went into a messenger that I done with there on binary code a long time ago, talking about that kind of different dimension of thinking and stuff like that. And the way that they tell the whole 5G dimensional fucking stuff that they're trying to put over grid. I don't want to get too much conspiracy.
That's okay.
We've raised above that. We're actually around 5. We're actually around 11 dimensions so far, and they're way behind. But they just think that the media just tell us that they're not. It's all a trap. It's all a trap. It's a trap. It's a trap.
But I hear that, and they may not even know themselves a lot, just a ton. Yeah, they can't know everything either. It's easy to deceive, but they still don't know.
Yeah, it's definitely there's theories as well about time travel and stuff like that. I don't know what your listeners are on about time travel, but I looked into time traveling as well and stuff like that, because that's a big theory about, is it time travel? Is that what's changing it? What's changing the matrix of people going back in time, and they've just shifted something and they put a jiffy in back. They put a jiff jar back to the jiffy jar, and that's what it is, and stuff. Just stupid things, which is really, really, really silly, I suppose. But I looked into the time travel thing as well, which is really, really interesting. But yeah, but an overactive imagination, would you say?
Yeah. Okay.
Guys, we do have a question in the chat that I want to ask.
Sorry, I didn't see the chat. I was looking at the questions while she was asking me. Sorry, because I tried to focus. I go off every now and again. I do apologize, girls.
No, it's okay. The way we do it is I look for the questions and then I ask you.
Perfect. Great. We're doing 100%. But I didn't want to leave anyone out in the chat, so thank you so much, everyone that's here. And I can't see you all, but I do love you, every one of you.
Aww. This question comes from True TNT. I have a question for at System Failure.
Nice.
I've noticed we usually get Mandela effects right before a possible extinction event, like the latest one with Iran. I would say the latest one would be China, but what they mean is they seem to notice the MEs start popping up a lot.
Okay.
Right after something happens that could cause an extinction event, such as the issue with Iran that could have like maybe a reality split where if they made a different decision, World War III started, or right now with China, God forbid, they didn't start looking at airports and it got all over the world and became a pandemic. You see what I'm saying? Like where reality could have split to a good outcome and a bad outcome. I think that's what they meant.
Yeah. Well, okay.
So they want to know what you think about that theory.
Well, that theory, there is people. I'm sorry, I don't know how to phrase it, because I do talk to other people as well on mad. I don't know, not dark webs, not deep. What are they called? Not deep webs, but in street corners, would you say? That one there, I think, with these current events, would you say, and the big events and what do they call extinction events? I think the fear. I think maybe that Mandela effect, or your senses are maybe heightened a little bit when you feel a bit frightened. So you don't know what to think.
Can you guys still hear me?
Yeah. I can hear you. Can you still hear me?
Oh no.
I can hear you.
Can you hear us, Sandy? Can you hear me? Sandy? Okay.
She's not answering.
She's gonna come. She's gonna come back. And okay,
it's okay.
Sandy.
As long as they can hear me, because I can't hear it on my on the live chat.
I think she's gonna come back.
Okay.
I don't know what happened. Sorry
I'm
about
just
that.
Yeah, that's all. You're all right. As far as that one, I think extinction event. I think it might have something to do with senses. So you're overhyped up, and you can see more. And as I said, I think maybe that. I don't think it's that they come quick and fast. They're always coming quick and fast anyway. I just think it could be a sense thing. That if see, I also think that maybe the governments might try to with the fear. They might either know that we are creating the Mandela effect with fear, or we're noticing it more, which is giving them a footpath to go down and try to follow where this Mandela effect is going themselves, or maybe they make a footpath themselves for us to go down to lead us away from other things. But whatever's going on, the Mandela effect is real.
Yeah,
so, I just think that it could be a case of people are just fear might create a different type of sense, extrasensory, whatever that word is,
Yeah.
That perception. Sorry, I just had a big pipe there, so I'm gonna have another one now. There was. There's a lot of fucking theories in that. Yeah, I just think you have to. I try not to. I run a group, as you know, on Facebook, and with all this, I used to be. Let me see. How can I put this? I used to wear a uniform a long time ago. That's all I can say. And I noticed, I suppose, even before that, maybe before that, I noticed that, it's all a game to them. You go sell whatever you have to sell to one country, and then they get big enough and they want to go back over before they can go to war with each other. And then you go to war with them, take the guns back off them, go to another country, sell it. And that's all it is. It's all a part of depopulation, depopulation. Now, where the Mandela effect comes in is creating these I suppose, connections with people who are feeling either left out with this, not left out with it, but fear of it. And they're noticing these things that are happening around their lives that they haven't noticed before, because now they're full of fear, because media is pushing fear, and their senses are becoming more and more. So maybe it's that's what causing more people to come out. But also, I think it's also a case of it could be a higher level of thinking that, okay, we've just I don't know what it is. I don't know. Sandy, welcome back.
Of course. It's okay not to know.
Yeah,
Sandy, can you hear us?
It is okay not to know.
I'm back.
I'm back.
Like I'm talking and you guys couldn't hear me, so I had to leave.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what happened. And then the camera turned on its own. I'm like, what the heck?
Yeah, hey, we can see Sandy.
Yeah.
Hey, look at you, beautiful. Hey.
I hope not. I'm lying in bed.
Well, okay. We didn't see anything. Joking.
It's okay.
It's okay, honey.
But no, you could when my
we
mom
couldn't see
called,
anything.
When my mom called, it literally shut off the volume completely. Like I'm talking to you guys, and I could hear system failure, but you couldn't hear me. So I just left.
Okay.
That's all good. We're all back.
All right. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, it's
Thank you very
some
much.
interesting stuff.
Yeah,
Very
there's lots of
interesting.
there's lots of different theories. What do you think? What is the consensus here on what do you think it is, Curious, or that's causing the Mandela effect?
Oh,
Or
I've
is there a
had
lot of
some
different
theories.
types of theories?
I think it may be more to do with a natural phenomenon, and either a merging of dimensions or mm, you know,
Okay.
some parallel, the parallel dimension theory, or we could, I've
Wait, sorry, go ahead.
also thinking that maybe it can be like maybe we went into a some kind of a wormhole or a black hole in the space, and it may have messed with the laws of physics. I am that's another theory I think is interesting, because it does. There are some signs that could be the case. I'm not going to go over them right now, but
No, of course. No,
it's interesting to think about. There's a lot of good theories out there, and I pretty much haven't reached any concrete beliefs or anything, but I definitely like to hear about the theories, and I tend to think that it is. I tend to think more nature, something natural, other than something made by some intelligence.
Sorry, are you making a cup of tea, Sam?
But yeah,
Are you someone making a cup of tea there?
I go,
Sorry.
hey, you guys
Can't
can't
see
talk.
past
Okay,
anybody.
between the
Just
cussing and
Yeah, no, you
the
need a bit of whiskey in that
the
tea there. Put a bit of whiskey in it.
Sandy
Make it
and
an Irish
Teresa's not
coffee.
here, I can have my coffee.
Okay, have my coffee. Everybody coffee. Jeez, I love you, honey. I love you. Will you marry me, Teresa? I love you.
Thank you.
Sorry,
All right.
I love you so.
You're
Teresa, much love. I
ditto.
really going crazy. Look how she's laughing. Come on, carry on.
All righty.
The slip and tie line and all that kind of stuff. So that's kind of what you're into. Yeah. Cool.
So yeah, I do tend to, there's so much we don't. You have the large, I tend to think of the universe, stuff like that.
All right,
the
so
largeness of it all, the vastness.
Oh yes.
It could definitely be causing some, it could,
so you're not a flat earther then. You believe in
couldn't
UFOs.
imagine,
Yeah.
couldn't imagine.
Where do you stand on UFOs and stuff like that then? Sorry, I just want to know the audience, if you know what I mean.
Oh,
Some
okay. Well,
of your chat mightn't be into UFOs, because I've been in a lot of flat earth ones, and they don't.
I have personally seen, things that I thought that, well, since it means unidentified flying object, I've seen UFOs, but
okay, cool. That's all. Okay, cool.
And so yeah, I don't doubt that. I'm pretty open-minded about stuff like that. I don't think we're the only life there is, and I'm sure that
well, if they are, it's crazy. Yeah, it is definitely crazy.
It doesn't like surprise me that there would be I don't know what they would want, with our, the earth or any, people on it, or, whatever, but I couldn't imagine how that would be, or, but yeah, I definitely, there's UFOs and aliens, I think.
Okay, that's interesting. Very interesting. The only reason I ask is I run a few groups in UFOs, and sometimes I go off on them kind of stuff as well sometimes. But the UFO ones are it's a big interest to me. I don't know whether it's connected or not, dimensional wise or whatever, interdimensional wise. Or
I've always been interested in the paranormal, anything like that, mysteries, even time. I used to read a lot of stories about time shifting. A lot of people would put out their stories about having shifted in time somehow.
Yeah.
And it's almost like the Mandela Effect. It's like, it's, things change all of a sudden. There's a whole bunch of trees, and then all of a sudden they're gone, and stuff like that. And what mainly the stories would be under the time shifting kind of thing, but it's definitely related somehow to what we're experiencing.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? And to think of time slips.
I think people have always experienced. It's always been around.
Yeah, yeah. No, I definitely think it's been around for a long time. I just think whether we've evolved to it or just got used to it or something's gone on in our vision, because we can only see like 5% of what's going on out there. Like if you put on a scale from like what was it called? Gamma rays to whatever the highest pitch of vision is. You know, we can only see like 5%. So maybe our vision is upgraded and upgraded and upgraded and upgraded. And you know, the worst thing about it is everyone's looking everyone is looking at life through a mobile phone. They should be looking at life through their eyes, not the mobile phone. So
yeah.
I think that's what the vision is getting used to using high definition. Oh, 5D on your TV, fucking 5D's outside your bloody window. Go look outside, man. Sorry, I didn't swear. But you know what I mean. It's
yeah.
It's better than 5D. It's reality, you know. But so I do think a lot of the vision can be impaired with looking into a computer all the time. Just good enough. I think it's about evolution. Yeah, evolution.
Yeah.
I know people that don't watch TV, don't watch anything on the internet every now and again, and they're Mandela affected up to the hilt. So it's crazy.
Wow.
But personally, I don't know many people around me Mandela affected. I did have a girlfriend. Well, I should have said I did have a girlfriend. I do have a friend. She's not Mandela affected, but she's very highly intelligent, but she's crazy as a shithouse rat. Like myself, she's crazy, and we both have our moments. You know what I mean? She can go off on one, but the conversations we could have over all sorts of mad stuff. And it's not that we sit down and do mushrooms or drink tea or anything like together, you know, mushroom tea. We just sit down and have a normal conversation, and we can go off on mad levels. It's crazy. Since I've moved to England, she's gone. Where's she gone? Oh no, she's gone. I'm on my own. I've taken over a show. Hello, everybody. So I'll just continue on with that one. Okay, let me do some theories. Hello. I've just taken up. Hi, my name is System Failure. I've taken over Curious's show. Oh, you're back.
Yeah,
you're back.
I'm back.
There we go.
Sorry. I try not to.
That was my bad. I touched something on the computer and it switched me off. Sorry.
That happened to me the other night.
Yeah.
I was doing Brian Stavely. He was on my show, and I got kicked out of my own, and I came back. Had to reboot my whole computer, but I listened to it the next day. And when I was gone for 5 minutes, he was singing and dancing and all on camera the next day. And I'm like, what the hell? I didn't even see that. What the hell are you doing, Brian? Yeah, it's good fun. So I didn't.
Okay, Sandy.
Yes.
Can you hear us good? Okay.
Yes.
Is there any more questions, or should we?
I can't see in the chat myself.
And
sorry.
also,
I would usually do the chat myself, but as well because I'm trying to do 15 things at once. But at the moment, I'm trying to. I was actually trying to come up with a theory when you went off air and give them a really quick theory. But go ahead.
All right. Maybe we should. Let's see.
I have loads of residue.
Did you want to present some things? Then maybe people will definitely.
Yeah, of course. Let me.
Have some input on that.
Don't give me the screen yet. Let me just open it here. All right?
Okay. Here.
Where is it? Oh shit! I don't know. Where is it? Okay. 1 second. Okay. I've got some stuff to show you. I done a folder today for the show, so let me see if I can open preview. Yeah, I can open preview. Can I open preview? So yeah, I've got some photographs. As I said, I don't like. Oh
wait, hold on. How do you screen share? Well, I gotta be.
I know how to do it. I'll ask you, and then you just give me permission.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, we can do that. Yeah.
Let me start. I just want to get the photographs set up. So have them. So residue wise, I want to actually, since we have people in, I want to actually ask them a question first before we go any further, because with the Mandela Effect. I actually came across, since I moved here, some people that are very interesting people. No, but I don't want to go too far because I've met these people. So let me see if I can ask you for my screen. So if I do screen share, I can ask you first, and then do that, and then I think I sent to you. So that should be sent to you, I think. Is that sent to you?
Yes. Okay.
And then you can give me that, and then I can take the.
There we go.
Okay, perfect. So then I can show you this. I'll get rid of that.
Right. Do you want us to answer too, or wait until the chat answers?
Yeah, no, absolutely. But do the chat as well, if you can. I'm going to ask you one or two questions. You know who this person is anyway, don't you? In this picture. I know
yes,
sometimes
in the center. Yes,
so,
yes.
yes. So that's Nelson Mandela, and this person here is what's his first name? Paul Joseph. He was in prison with Nelson Mandela. Okay, and this is his wife. And you read this book. Okay, you read this book called Slum Boy from the Garden City. Now it also does other bits and pieces about his life and time with Nelson Mandela in prison. But now I just happen to know his goddaughter, this lad here, and I have access to this man here. And I want to sit down and ask this man some questions about this man and see what his reaction would be if I said, do you think he was a clown? Or do you think he actually died in prison? But I need maybe I don't know if that's a good idea because he's a friend of a friend. So I don't know. I'm just going to put that into the chat. What do you think should I approach as? Because this lady is a friend of a really good friend of mine that I really, really respect, and I don't want to step any boundaries. But anyway, that's a good book there as well. If you want to go and look at that book, that's something there I just want to ask. So that's to you as well. What do you think, Curious, or do you think I should do that?
I was going to say, why don't you just I would pose it more as a question, like, have you ever heard of the Mandela Effect?
Oh yes, I did. I met this lady, and I asked her Christmas. I think it was Christmas. She asked me about conspiracy people, so I just picked one because I didn't want to say Mandela Effect because I just found out. So I said 911, 9/11, whatever. And then I realized about 2 minutes into that conversation that she was at the Pentagon 3 days after it happened, and she worked for the government. So I went, oh shit. So I said, okay. I just went there with my arse between my tail. Now she's really nice, really. I said, so that didn't go too far either. So it's a good job I didn't ask about the Mandela Effect. But I do think it's called the Mandela Effect because of it was called something else before that. It's just, part of that's going to stick to that, I might call Lucozade today, but I might call it, it's going to blow your head off tomorrow, and the next day I might call it something else. It's just whatever sticks to it at the time, whatever's the biggest memory. It could be called the Monopoly fucking effect tomorrow, in 10 years time or whatever, maybe.
Yeah, you asked the chat.
Yeah.
A&E Coin says bad idea.
Okay, thank you.
TNT says this Paul Joseph would only remember things from this reality.
I know. No, but it's not that I want to ask him like that. I just want to ask him while filming him. If you get my meaning. So ask him, will he be interviewed on film? So I can get his facial expressions as well as when I drop questions, but try it a different way. But anyway, I don't want to dwell on that anymore. I'm going to put a nice picture up and we talk about that rather than
you can ask in such a way that you're ignorant of the Mandela Effect. I mean, you don't have to state your opinion about the Mandela Effect. You could just
I'm thinking about doing it, but
you're not saying if you like it or not, So.
No, I'm not going to approach it as a Mandela Effect. I'm just going to do an interview about Nelson Mandela, but ask the questions. So I just wanted to know what people thought. It should be a good idea. And this one is, you probably know this one. No one in the ark. Everyone probably knows that one. So the dove and the branch and all that kind of stuff. This one I love this photograph. It's really nice.
And also True TNT says no unicorns.
No unicorns, man. No unicorns, man. No unicorns. Definitely no unicorns there. And I know Curious George has a tail there. And he's running around. Curious George is running around with Mickey Mouse's braces on in a different reality. And Mickey Mouse is running around with Curious George's tail on his arse in this reality.
Yeah, right.
So Mickey Mouse lost his tail for a little bit, didn't he? I'm sure he did.
Some people remember him never having a tail.
Yeah.
And other people remembering the tail disappearing and coming back.
Yeah, I remember the tail disappearing, and that wasn't that long ago. And I had this theory. Do you know what? He's found Curious George's tail in the back of the back of the washing machine, and he's lost his braces. And I thought he's running around. So, but it's just a different artist. It's a different reality. So Curious George's tail doesn't look the same in this reality as it does in that reality. There you go. So it looks like Mickey Mouse.
Yeah.
Yeah. This one here is obviously the dove and the leaf. Everyone kind of knows about this one. The branch or now it's a leaf, or now it's a leaf, isn't it? It's meant to say a leaf.
An olive leaf.
Yeah. I found some interesting clips on it. I've done a video on it before, so it's really cool. I found one in the Family Guy where he comes in and he says, "Oh, here's a leaf," and then I done another clip of the Family Guy where he stands out a dove and the dove comes back with a branch, and it's the same episode. So I don't know what they're doing on Family Guy, but they're doing stuff. No, it's American Dad. Very, very good. Very, very good. So that's definitely conflicting memories on some of that. With all that. Do you remember you obviously know of the branch, and I'm sure Sandy does as well. Do you, Sandy?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yep.
I remember the branch 1000%.
And there's of course whatever
Yeah.
that is. Jiffy. Everyone knows that, I suppose. Even us, because that's not for sale over here where I live. You know, so that's a new thing over here. Well, it's not a new thing, but it's not a new project. We don't have it here. But you know, when I saw that Jiffy the first time, you know, here's the story. I watched Donnie Brasco. You know Donnie Brasco.
Donnie Brasco, yes.
So I watched that, and there's a scene in that where he goes back to his wife's house, and he opens the press, and there I saw Jiffy. He opens it. He picks up a jar of Jiffy, and I saw that it was a 2Fs. And by the time I paused it, it had actually paused on Weetabix. There was a Weetabix at the bottom corner, the Weetabix, right on the bottom of the score screen. So I rewound and got it, and then when I went back, it was just said Jiff, and I went, "What the fuck? That's a Jiffy right there in front of me. Now it's Jiff." And then when I went on the next day, I found out that Weetabix had changed, that the WH had gone. So I went back to look at the WH that I found the night before, and lo and behold, the H had gone. Now it's WEET Weetabix. I'm like, what the hell? 2 in one scene that I went back. So, you know, I don't know what happened there. But this one here's got a GIF on the picture. There's GIF and just a Jiffy here, you know. So that's just spelled there. But this is off the internet, so this isn't, you know, physical evidence. That's, you know, I just downloaded that, so. You know, it could be. I could make that up in 2 minutes, I suppose, if I tried. But I probably couldn't because I'm not that good. But I'm sure anyone that has Photoshop can do that kind of stuff. But anything online, unless it's physically.
You don't know if it's real, but yeah.
Yeah, you can know, but it's just a representation of what you might see. If someone goes like that and goes, you know what? Here, do you remember? If you go like this and go, do you remember Jiffy? Yeah, do you remember Jiffy? And you go, do you remember Jiffy peanut butter? Yeah. And they go, oh, yeah. And isn't it always been Jiffy? And they go, yeah. Well, now it's fucking Jiff. And they go, what? Yeah, welcome to the Mandela Effect, bitch. Sorry.
Yeah. Some may think it's proof that the dimensions are merging because what you see Jiff there and Jiffy there. There's just two different, you know.
But I think as far as...
Yeah.
I don't know. That's I think of another one here. Oh, here's Mad Dog Murdoch.
You see that a lot, though.
Everyone remembers Mad Dog Murdoch from the A-Team. He's not called Mad Dog Murdoch now, isn't he? Not. He's called, what is he called? Anyone in the chat remember what he's called?
I honestly don't remember what he's called, because I remember Mad Dog Murdoch. That is what I remember.
Well,
Does anyone in the chat remember what he's called? I'll look it up.
Yeah, I think he's called something else now. He's called I don't know. Howling Mad Murdoch or Howling. Yeah, something like that.
Howling Mad Murdoch.
So that's what he's always been called in this reality. He's never been called Mad Dog Murdoch. So that's just. But has his name changed? The spelling of his name as well? I'm not too sure. Maybe your chat might know about that. What is the name changed? I don't know. That's just residue. That's just a picture on the screen.
Yeah, I still remember Schultz. So Schultz is good.
Okay. So here's another bit there. So that's just a picture. You know, I try not to present my residue as residue. It's just a picture on a screen. Now, unless I take a picture of it out of a book with my own camera and upload it myself, well, that's residue. But as far as stuff on the internet is compared, well, in my eyes anyway, I think it's just pictures on a screen, and anything on a screen can be manipulated even before it gets onto the screen, and then as soon as it gets onto the screen, it can be manipulated between it goes from that computer to your computer. Oh, look at these women are trying to show me their breasts. Get away. Sorry. I don't know. These things come up every now and again on my top of my screen. So that's Luke, I Am Your Father, as you can see.
Yeah,
that one, that Mandela Effect, no one really talks about it, but that's another one where it's like split into like multiple realities.
Yeah, that one seems
to
remember.
Some people remember No Luke, I Am Your Father. Some people remember Luke, I Am Your Father. And some people remember Luke, I Am Your Father, which is weird.
Yeah, there's
multiple realities on that one.
Yeah.
I came across a fella, we're actually doing a show tomorrow night. Gypsy Road, we're doing a show tomorrow night about all about Star Wars. Should be interesting. But he came across George Lucas's, when he died in a car crash before he made Star Wars. Have you heard that? He nearly died in a car crash before he made Star Wars, and what happened was then he had I think he knew about the Mandela Effect, and a nurse that treated him came out and said that George Lucas just Mandela affected me. And this is before he'd done Star Wars. He had a vision of something like he could make the movie now, and he knew it was going to change. But this is when he was getting the visions of making the movie, and when he was in a coma, or when he was locked out, or when he had the car crash. So he had these visions of making Star Wars. When he made Star Wars, and he knew he couldn't change it right now to what he wanted it to be, and someone else would come back and make it, change it in the future, and wouldn't be able to change it the way he wanted it to be, and he should protest that, and he should make a time travel machine to go back and change what he wanted to change when he wanted to change it. And then these things happened, and he protested outside his last movie. So it's all, it's some weird shit. We'll be talking about it tomorrow night anyway. Some really mad shit about Star Wars. But the Luke, I Am Your Father one, there was 3 lines given out apparently. There was one given to Darth Vader, James Earl Jones. There was one given to someone else that had to play him, Peter, whatever his name is, that had played, actually the physical lad. And there was also one given to someone else. To mess up with the media, but I remember Luke, I am your father. That's the line we all remember. I remember that myself. So I'm from this Luke, I am your father reality, definitely.
Yeah,
definitely. Whether I think going further down the line, you kind of find out from your same reality have the same ones, but then you might meet them down the line. They might a different Mandela effect might be different to them than what they remember. So we all have different memories. Like Luke, I Am Your Father's one for me. Like Beam Me Up, Scotty. I remember that one. So that might be something for someone else as well. But that doesn't mean that we're not from the same timeline. It just means that we were. I don't know what it fucking means. I don't know. But anyway, that's just Luke. Now here's an interesting. Here's one as well. I found. Interesting. So we all know what that is. Right? The Tinker. That's a toy.
Yeah. That one's good. What I'm confused about, did you find that product? Because what is that, another head?
No.
Like an interchangeable head?
I don't know what that is. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's a mask. Maybe he had a mask. It's I think I asked someone to look it up on my chat. I think if someone can Google SPO56, and I think it's either a PG RRA or a AG RRA product. It looks like a product. But something maybe solid. I don't know what that is. Maybe it's a mask. I did have a theory on that, why his head split off from there, and it used to be up there, and he got bored, and he fell asleep, so he put his head back there, and he woke up. But there is 37 of these in the world. There are 37 Tinker statues in the world. There's not only just the one or the two. There's 37 of them all over the world, and they're all the same, just slight differences, maybe.
I'm looking.
I haven't seen the 30. I haven't seen 30. I haven't seen them all. So I've only ever seen one. But apparently that's. If you go, go ahead.
I'm sorry. It's SP what?
SP. It's either SP0 or SP056. It's probably SP056, and I think it's AG. Okay. If you just go in, if you just Google residue, Tinker residue, toy, and I think that might come up. You might get the link to the thing to what it is. That's all. I just put in residue and these all come up. These one here as well. I'll come back to that one in a second. Everyone, I don't know what yourself is, but what does your chat think? Does your chat know Adidas shoes? Everyone knows Adidas shoes. What about you, Curious and Curiouser? Do you remember the double D, ADD, IDAS? What about you, Sandy, as well? Go
ahead. Yeah, I remember the double D for sure.
I do remember the double D. But I have a dual memory.
Okay.
I do remember the double D though.
Yeah, that's definitely a strange one.
Yeah,
I remember as well because you've done a rhyme. I think but then Brian said to me the other night. I think in America someone came out done a rap about Adidas or something like that. I don't know. Every day, I don't know, whatever it was.
It was every day. Damn day is how they.
Okay.
They remember the 2 Ds.
Okay, there's different versions of it. Yeah, I remember other stuff. We used to make up our own rhymes as well. But it'd be interesting to who in the chat remembers double Ds. So the 2 Ds. Sorry, I didn't mean to say it like that. Here's one I wanted to show you. You probably know this one. Everyone probably knows this one. So you have the two lines going down there. So now it's one, isn't it?
Yeah, that's
that
good.
right?
Yeah.
That is one.
You see the one a lot, but I think there still is the two. I think it's both, but just the fact that there's so much of the one is in itself a Mandela effect, I think.
There you go. Look at that. That's I found that. So there's each I don't know if that's a newspaper or different. No, it's different fonts. So different newspapers use different fonts for their stuff, and they change up font to change the doubles and the ones, and they do it slightly to change it. So they do actually actually still exist today.
Yeah.
I don't know if they've always existed. You know what I mean? I find residue for that everywhere. But I just found this interesting that, you know, when I saw Times, I thought, oh yeah, the Financial Times or our newspaper. But it's just different, I suppose, because you've got the two going down to the Cardo, the Harrington, and also the Fort or Forte or whatever it's called. So that's similar to the you know, the double ones, you know, which is that one, of course.
I found it.
Okay.
I'll give you a heads up.
Okay, perfect. Go ahead.
But when I go to the actual page of the website, they have him the way he is now.
Okay. Well, wow. I only got this off the internet. That could be messed with. Like that, you know what I mean? I didn't mess with the photo. I don't mess with pictures.
It's the Figma, Figma. I'm gonna send pictures to Curiouser so she can show you.
Oh yeah, perfect.
Someone's selling it on eBay Canada.
Okay. Do you want me to switch back to the screen, your screen, then, and so have a look at it? Oh, yeah.
But I did find a few more things too. Okay. The way I remember it, the way other people remember it.
Yeah,
there you go. I just sent you about five or six images.
For me? You sent me?
All right.
No, to Curiouser.
Yeah.
Okay. Am I still sharing the screen?
Just let me know when I should show. Should I show? Go ahead and show these. All right.
It's starting from underneath the folder image. Remember, starting from underneath the Flickr image.
Since we're on the subject, I'll go ahead and do this.
Hi, Wizdri. All
right.
Yes, hi, Wizdri.
Sorry, yeah.
And Tobin Schwing and Hannah Walker. Wow, a lot of people just showed up.
I don't know. Hi. Pass that. Sorry, I just like getting mad into. Oh wow! Look at that. That's wow.
And then when you go to the page, it's in the mouth. It's weird.
What the hell? I've got a residue of that as well, but it's that's crazy. The one, do you know, the one that gets me is the one of the girl sitting standing in front of it, you know, and she has, or sitting down in front of it with her hand on her head, and then the one above her has. So that's on the website, is it?
Yeah, that's their website.
That's definitely the one in the picture, is it?
That is the one in the picture.
Yeah, can you zoom in on that?
I can't.
Okay. No.
I can send you a copy of it. I'll send you a copy.
Okay, yeah, thank you. That's really
no
cool.
problem.
Thank you.
All right.
I do have more photographs if you want to keep going, because I have.
Sure.
Oh, thank you. Oh, where are we going? Oh. Just because I come prepared, you know. I come prepared because I'm crazy. I'm crazy like that. No, I just picked up some pictures. Let me see here. Okay. As we were talking about Luke, I Am Your Father, I suppose. I think people have seen this one before. This is something I got off the internet. So, is that the ornament thing? So, Luke, I Am Your Father. Press the button of the ornament, and yeah, that's the one. That's the toy that people show. The clip of, you might have seen the clip of the Luke, I Am Your Father toy, I think. You know, you press the button and it goes, Luke, I am your father. Yeah,
the Christmas ornament. Yes, this is the box for that.
Box for that. It must be. I think it is. I found it online. So, yeah, I think so. But it does actually say, Luke, I am. I love getting stuff like that where you can say, Luke, I am your father. There you go. Not just no one doing that. And then there's this one here. So I pity the fool. Just that is a Mandela effect, isn't it? I pity the fool. He never said that in the 18. Mr. T. I pity the fool. No, he never said that.
Yeah, well, a lot of people remember that. Yeah, I pity the fool.
He is in the magazine.
Great residue. Yeah.
There he is right there. I think I've had that for onks. Don't know where I got that.
Wow.
And that's just I'm going to give you some knowledge, and I usually go like that. Okay, let me just take that out of my head, put it in here, and put the knowledge cap on, and then I go, wow. This was the first. No, this was the first picture I put on my Facebook group when I started my Facebook group back in. I started my Facebook group in August of 2018. Now I was in Theresa's for a long, long time. Thank you so much, Theresa. You were great. Your group is amazing. I came through so many ones, and I was looking. I said, you know, I'm coming in and give some advice. And this was the second picture I went. I said, here, I'm not going crazy. You're just waking up. So I don't know if that was whatever that was. I think I just got bits and pieces from everyone's groups, because you know what, Theresa's group is amazing. I think people that go into that, it's just ran so great. I think your group, Theresa, and one or two other groups inspired me to make mine, and mine just hit over 300 the other day. So we just got 302 members. I think so we're getting there, but we're based in the UK. Let's get this awareness going and whatever. So there you go. That was just something anyway. Residue. I think this might be residue. Oh yeah, here we go. So I chased this lad around. I found some residue on the line of the lamb version, whatever. The one that got pulled off my computer the other night. The lion also shall lay down with the lamb, and the leopard will lay down with the kid, and the calf and the young, and the filing together, and the child shall, yeah, all that kind of good stuff. So I found this picture online. I followed this. I followed this dude, found it, then got another version. I put it onto a hard drive, stuck it on my computer, got taken off my computer, and then I followed the rabbit hole and I found this dude. Now I'm trying to get the authenticity of this and the other one that I'm doing, but I'm down this rabbit hole at the moment looking for this. So I'm going to be doing a show on Sunday about that with another dude, which is quite a good. But everyone in the chat has to remember the line also, which you'll do with the lamb. Or what version of that do you remember? Is it the lion shall dwell with the lamb, or the lion also shall dwell with? I know there's different versions of that. What is your version, ladies and gentlemen, of course, in the chat?
Lion and the lamb. That's all I know.
That's it. The lion and the lamb.
For me, was the lion shall lay with the lamb, or lie with the lamb, not dwell.
Lie with the lamb.
Dwells.
Yeah, exactly. Me too.
Yeah, I think that's probably.
Lion shall lay with the lamb.
That's the King James version, apparently. But you know what? You know what? That's just a picture on a computer screen. That's what that's looking like. I found this picture quite nice.
No, wait. Yeah, yeah, and that's the famous saying. It's saying that you know, it makes you feel like being gentle, you know, and you know.
The chat says, Tobin Schwing says the lion shall lay with the lamb. Hannah Walker says
that's how
lion lie with the lamb. And Ramsey Haver says, all I know was lion lay with the lamb.
Okay. Yeah, there's different versions of it, you know. I'm trying to follow down. I'm down. And I end up being on Discord. Is any of your friends on Discord? Is anyone here on Discord? Anyone in the chat on Discord? Are you on Discord?
I have a Discord account, but I don't really go there.
I found it the other day following this rabbit hole. Met this guy, and I'm down on the rabbit holes as well. I don't usually call them rabbit holes. I call them bubbles. I don't know why I call them bubbles. But anyway, I'm following this lead, and I'm following this guy to get this authenticity, because it might lead me to a Bible that actually says this in the actual physical form. So hope that's not going to happen by Sunday. But I'm down this rabbit hole. But all these images and all these memories are all getting mixed up with all this, you know, different versions of different Bibles, because it depends on what religion or what Bible you pick out. I don't want to say religion, because religion it's just a word. What Bible you read, what books you read, it's going to be a different version for anyone, I suppose. So, you know, memories can be. It's kind of like that picture there. You know, you look at it from this side, I look at it from that side. You're 6, I say 9. But if you turn it upside down, it kind of looks like a G. And if you turn it inside out, it could look like a magical note. It could I look like as a note. But I'm just crazy as a she-house rat. Sorry. So here's the Sex and the City residue, I think. So that's just Sex in the City. That's what it says there on the bottom. So everyone, that's one of your. I was never into watching, obviously, that program, because I was out drinking, probably chasing the likes of them women around.
I remember seeing that one in Blockbusters. I looked, and there was this whole display, and it said Sex and the City, and I thought, my God, they changed it to and. Why?
It's crazy, isn't it?
Maybe somebody changed it, you know, and then I was totally ignorant of the Mandela Effect, but thinking that companies are changing things, but that doesn't really add up. So
when did you notice that then? And
that was a long time ago, 5 years, something.
Wow, that's crazy. Isn't it?
Go.
There's actually Matthew Reid, Quantum Entanglement, and he went out to the supermarket not so long ago in his local supermarket, and he found Sex and the City on the shelf, and it wasn't only on the box. You could see that it was printed on the. It was actually, it was, I think it was for aftershaves or gels or something. But it was actually on the physical things inside the box as well. It wasn't just a misprint on the box. Sex in the City, and that was only last year when he found that. I'm like, so still, are these people just gone on memory that are just printing these things? Or are they actually getting invoiced by this company called Sex in the City, and they're actually getting it, or Sex? And I don't know, it's crazy. You know, when you think about how they put out this shit. Here's Target. I suppose this isn't what it is now, anyway, isn't it?
Oh yeah, that's what I remember. Yeah, it's good.
That's nice.
Sandy, is that what you remember?
I have a dual memory of two different logos, none of which the current logo. Not the current logo is wrong. That one and something else.
Okay. Yeah,
you should do a Photoshop for the something else.
Yeah, I probably should do a Photoshop so people can see what I remember.
Yeah,
I did have a picture of three together. I think. Did you not send me one the other night of three of them, Sandy? I think, or someone did. I can probably get that.
Wasn't me.
There's three different ones, but it does look off me. We don't have that in England, or I grew up in Ireland, but we never had
no Target.
We didn't have any Target. But when I went to Australia, a couple of times. I lived there for a little bit as well. They did have Target there, so. It was only part of my life, you know. I didn't grow up with it, so it's probably it's definitely an American thing. So, what did your chat remember? That was
like a bullseye, like that.
Bullseye. There you go.
The dart game.
The what? Sorry.
You know the game darts. You know, you throw the darts on a bullseye. It was like that, but now it's just really small and simple.
And that's why that one's not like. If you could imagine the red parts a little bit thicker. That's what I remember.
Yeah, of course. Yes. Just here, yeah. So.
But there is an old Target logo, which most people have never seen in real life, where it's got thin stripes like that. There's a white dot in the center of that red dot.
Okay.
I don't remember that one.
Okay.
I remember it like this, but thicker.
Okay.
That's why it's like a dual. Yes, I remember it like this, but the outer rings were a little bit thicker than the white rings, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
You probably, I don't know what the consensus is. Anyone in the chat, if you remember it, sorry, I don't mean to take over everyone's, but I find it good this way to gauge something. I had some people on the other night. I had Brian Stabley on it. I think it was 80 people in the chat. I didn't know how to control it, so I just said, do you know what? This one, do you remember this way? Press 1. And I then said, do you remember this way? Press 2. And then I just gauged 15 ones and 5 2s. And well, yeah, most people remember it that way, which is fucking. I just found that was amazing because in the likes of this one here, as we done, who remembers a Jiffy? I went 1, and who remembers a Jiffy? But do you know what happened then when I went back to ask? I went back to ask and I couldn't remember what question I asked, and I just got all these 1s and 2s, and I forgot the question I asked, and I was so stoned. I was like, what the fuck? So that didn't work for me.
No.
I had to go back off my pictures, and I still couldn't figure it out, and I just went off on one anyway. But there's another Jiffy Peanut one. That's crazy. That's crazy. Sorry, I don't know. I go off on ones every now and again. It is 4 o'clock in the morning here for me, by the way. I love American time. Yeah, that's Jiffy. That's another. This is just on the internet, I suppose. So these can be doctored, I suppose, you know. Because when I uploaded it, I could change the background color of it, but on Facebook, which I didn't know on a Mac, because I usually use devices. You know, I usually have a shitty computer. There was other one. Oh, here's one here. The North Pole went missing. Yeah, isn't that correct? The North Pole. Anyone remember the North Pole going missing? No, I think I've showed.
Yes. I remember the North Pole being a landmass covered in snow and ice.
Mm-hmm.
And now
this one here. Yeah, do you think that when did that happen for you? If anyone in the chat can put down a year when it happened for you, but when did it happen to you? 2016. And you, Sandy? Was that you, Sandy?
2016.
2016. Okay, well, about 2016. I don't believe that it's not there. I don't believe it's not there anyway. But I also on this map here, you can see that is kind of residue here. But the interesting thing what I found on this one is there's New Zealand right there.
That's a really good South America. Wow. That is really good.
Yeah.
It's even thinner. It's even thinner, like I remember.
I have that in a book right here, right in front, well, not in front of me, it's in a pile of books somewhere, so I can get better pictures, and there is actually more pictures in that book. I only took one, or maybe two in that book. So that's, yeah, I can get different angles of that where it's spread out and into it. It does look different because you can see here that is that the canal, whatever, what's that, the canal, or whatever that is there, whatever that is, that I can't remember what the name of it is. But that's now, what I'm finding with that now is changing right now at this very moment. Not, I don't know if people are going to notice in the future. You did ask me for a prediction. This here, whatever that's changed to, is now slipping down. This whole bit of South America. If we just picture South America, let me put down my pipe. I want to show you this. I can put down the pipe. Put down the, don't spill. So it's kind of, I think this one here is kind of spinning a little bit. So South America is spinning a little bit out. And I think then this is going to go over a little bit more. So it is kind of connected now, isn't it? It used to be not connected. I know this is the bad map to show you. I'll show you in a minute, but I do think this is spinning out a bit, and it's going to get further down this way. But this one here, the residue on this one, I was thinking of was the New Zealand one as well. I have loads of residue with that. But here's New Zealand right here, and New Zealand isn't here. New Zealand is down here. So
yeah, New Zealand's further south than Australia now.
Yeah, so it's here. It's not here. It's not up the top where this is. You know, so that's, I found that very interesting. What else do I have? Oh, shitloads. Oh yeah, Rod Sterling. That's.
If you, go back to the map for 1 second.
So yes, of course we will.
I'm even looking at the shape of Australia. It doesn't have that gigantic gash in the top.
No, here, yeah, here.
Yeah. It's. I mean, there is an opening. There should be an opening, but it was more butterfly shape, and it's because it didn't have a big opening at the top.
And it's
a little more shallow.
It's moved further down here now as well.
Yeah.
You know, and what about you, ladies? Do you remember the equator, where the equator was? Now I think that's moved as well. The equator's either moved up or moved down. I think it's moved up. The equator. Anyone in the chat knows.
It does look too far down to me.
Yeah, the equator. Not in this one, but in this reality, I think it's changed.
Is the equator still in South America?
I don't know what the fuck it is. I don't know. So here's Rod Sterling. That's gone, hasn't it? Is the T gone, or the T's gone?
Yes, the T is gone. Yes, it's Sterling now.
Sterling, yeah, Sterling. He's the lad that done, you know, obviously, Twilight Zone. Obviously, most famous for the Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
Out to another dimension. Do not adjust your TV sets and come on a ride with me on the magic carpet of life. Oh, I love that guy. Yeah. He's my idol. No, he's not. That's probably you're probably the. Oh, look at these women. I'd see these. I've just got the computer, and all these women are trying to send me all these pictures. I wonder if I was a man or a woman, would they be still trying to send me pictures of women or pictures of men? Because I don't know how to stop that yet, by the way. So I'm not actually, you know, because I've just got the computer. That's just a rhetorical question. Here's the book I have. I have this book, which I found interesting. So, as you can see there, that's the famous leg, isn't it? The famous leg, but that's not the right leg. It's actually silver in that picture, if you can see that.
The bottom legs look so large. Why do they look so large?
I found a new Mandela Effect on him yet, but I'm not going to say it yet because I only found it the other day. But it's going to be a Mandela Effect for me, but I'm trying to find residue before I present it. I might present it right now in about 5 seconds when I stop. But do you notice that that's not on the right leg? That is silver, and this is actually the silver leg in real life, in whatever life that is. But this is just the actual gold leg. It's not actually the right leg to be. So there's a lot of stuff.
Well, there's a chance they flipped the image. There's a chance.
No, this is just in a book. Now, what I've done as well, I actually found another picture. I didn't load it here. I actually have another picture of a still of the same artist, the same picture, but it could be just obviously adjusted. But he's all gold, and it's the same scene of them two walking down the road, which is weird. Anyway, just that's weird. The one I'm finding at the moment, I will do a video on it soon. There is a Mandela Effect around this area of this lad here. Of something else going on with that lad here. I'll do a Mandela Effect. But yeah, I'll tell you in a second if I can find a better picture. Here's something I found a long time ago, which is kind of nice. Captain America game. I think it's on or one of them fucking Sega Mega Drives or something. That's pretty cool.
That's cool.
I don't know if anyone has that game. If it can even go and see if it's still there, but you know that's amazing. I thought it was great. I just went through some really old ones. You know, what do you think about? No, let me. I'll give you a screen back. I've other pictures if you want me to do, but you can have a screen back for a second. I feel like I'm ignoring everyone in the chat. Hi, chat. Sorry, hi.
No problem.
And I see that. Oh, go on, carry on.
Curiouser?
Yeah.
Did
Right
you
here.
want to show some things, and I'll get Teresa back in here?
Oh yeah. I do have more. One more thing to show you if you have time.
Yeah, go right ahead.
Okay, one sec. You were asking about stuff changing. I'll come back to that one. Right in front of our eyes. On a oh shit, how big is that one? What the fuck is that? One sec. Oh god, that's the wrong file. Oh, one sec. Oh, which one is it? Yeah, you were asking about oh, that's browser. Show some residue, and there we go. That's. I saw the put them in. Yeah, here they are. Got them. Aha! I knew I had them somewhere. Did they escape my brain? But they didn't scrape the room. They're still here somewhere. So I just had a big. Have you got a cold?
No.
Oh, you've actually given me the screen. Okay, cool. Okay, I didn't realize you had to give me the screen. I thought I was doing so. Okay, so bang. That one is that one. That's just a friend of mine does art. Nice. So he done this. This is really cool. So, oh, the society. I just thought I'd show it. I don't know. No, I showed. Where was you? Here's one for you and for the. I have this book. Mirror on the wall. Who's the fairest of them all? But this one says here, mirror of them all. Who's the fairest one of all? In the chat, what do you remember? And what do you remember as well?
I found this one 2 years ago. Mm-hmm. No one ever brings this up. Every time I bring it up, it's like everyone focuses on mirror, and no one focuses on the second part, changing. I found this like 2 years ago. I presented on Brian's show and Mandela Monday. No one ever covers it, ever.
This is my book, but let me show you something else. I bought this book and then I bought this book as well. So there's another one. There's Who is the Fairest of Us All? And this one is
no.
One of All. I've also got one here that says one of the and this one's the same as One of All. There's another one that says Magic Mirror. Now this was just a comparison to Magic. This one's a Magic Mirror. The comparison with that one. But I've also got one mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all? Mirror on the wall, who's the fairest one of all? Mirror on the wall, who's the fairest in this land? Mirror on the wall, who is something. There's 5 or 6 different ones. I did have residue on the other ones, but that's just that's weird, isn't it? What does anyone ever remember this one? Who is the fairest one of all? Does that bring him back?
Yeah. Well, guys, fairest one of all is in the original movie. That's why I'm shocked no one talks about it, because that's how I found it. I was watching Snow White, and they said fairest one of all, and I'm like, no, it's of them all, and it just blows my mind. Everybody's focused on mirror, and no one's focusing on the rest of the sentence.
The later part of it changing around as well. Yeah, I think when you actually posted, or did you post something about that in the group as well? Or actually, I might have heard you one.
Teresa probably did. Yeah, Teresa probably posted.
And I think I had these books, or I bought these books in around that time, and I tried to find 5 or 6 different versions of them. I found,
and that's what's crazy though. Why are you finding so many different versions of it? They should all be what the movie is.
Because of this here. See, my spaceship is right there. See this right there in the sky.
Yeah, no, seriously.
That is my spaceship, by the way. No, it's not. That's a picture I took from the back garden. That's just weird fucking shit. Sorry, I didn't mean
a square opening in the clouds.
Yes, right. So I don't know if that brings back any memories either, but it's kind of woohoo, which way is up?
Do you understand what I'm saying? Like when Disney when people licensed from Disney to make the books, it should be word for word like the movie. They should all be saying, well, in this reality, magic mirror on the wall, who's the fairest one of all, because that's what it is now. The old reality is still showing up in books, and now you're finding stuff that I've never even heard in my life. This is crazy.
Yeah. Hey guys, let's cover this. Tobin Schwinn has made the point that battery's still not included. Didn't you want to cover that a little bit, Sandy?
Yeah, but I need Teresa to do it. I need Teresa here for that.
Oh no, Teresa.
If you not want to talk about dude.
All right. Well.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that in a little bit. I have a graphic and everything. We're gonna get to that.
Oh, cool.
All right.
Here's one thing before you go, please, before you go.
No. Go ahead.
This is a warning for anyone, not a warning for anyone. I'm just people who make videos. Now, if you can look at that picture, this is a video I done for Brian McFarlane. Well, this is a video I done for myself, and Brian McFarlane shared it, and I think he's done this as a profile picture as well on his own. If Brian actually watches this, I'd like to know if he has the same picture as me. So this is a still from a video I done when I got this book. Lauren Hardy, here's another fine mess you got us into, is what it was, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Gotten us. I remember gotten us into.
Gotten us into. Okay, so, but it's not got me into. It was never got me into till this reality. People might agree or disagree with that, I don't know. But the reason why
I'm sorry to interrupt, but True TNT says, yes, fine mess is not said anymore.
Fine mess is not getting it. Oh, so fine mess is not said now. That was another one as well, fine mess. And this was me, from us to me as well. See, this says us and me. That changed from us to me. So us into is me. So it went singular from plural to singular. So it went from us to me. So it went, singularity type of thing. Some people think it like that. But if you can see, the reason why I want to show this picture is I writ on this here. I actually writ exactly what this said on this picture here. But you can see this picture here has changed to me, and this is now still us. So just, if anyone has a video that does writing over a picture, can you check if the writing has changed and the writing is the same and the picture is the same? Because I only noticed that there now. Now I have that book there still, but I'm afraid to look at it in case it did change, because that's exactly what I wrote it as right there. So that's just the last picture I could show you. Anyway, continue on. That was a glitch I noticed on the internet, on my videos. People are going into my videos and changing them. Whatever the fuck's going on there. Sorry. Oh, shouldn't swear. Carry on.
Okay. And actually, there's something I wanted to talk about before we even got to batteries not included, because there's something I don't know if it's a Mandela effect. I want to ask the chat what they think, because this is a major change for me. If you can go into the folders and pull up the beaver one. Do you see the beaver?
You talking to me?
No, system failure. I want to get your input on this too. Something's changed with beavers for me that's huge.
Okay. Beavers. Let me see.
Beavers.
Someone send me a picture.
No, Curiouser has my Flickr account. She's getting the folders.
All right, but put it up on screen. I wasn't in the stream. I was trying to be in the chat there saying hello to Nadine. But hi, Nadine. Hello, brother. Much love.
And Teresa
and Tobin and everyone.
Teresa should be joining us soon.
Yeah, come on. Do you know what? I now that she's not in the room, I can talk about her. So do you know what? I put her on a pedestal. She's probably one of the best residue controllers I've ever met. Yes. I aspire to be as good as her. Seriously, and that's God's honest truth. I respect her so much.
Hey, Sandy's pretty damn good too.
Sandy, I think I had a
no wait. I would say that I'm more I find the Mandela effects, and she finds the residue more often than there's like a dynamic between us. It works very well.
I think I said to you before, Sandy, I had a conversation. I said that you and her and a few other people in the community just are my family and that's what from day one. I think I don't know what it was. Since back in the day when we used to do brides and even before them,
Yes.
So thank you, much love, and now I can tell you live on air with 26 people.
You're not leaving, are you?
No, of course I'm
Are
not. I'm
you
not leaving.
leaving?
Oh, it sounded like you were about to leave us.
No. I'm just want to say this to Tracy before she comes in, because I never get a chance to talk to her before she comes in, because she'll either cut me up and talk over me, or I'll talk over her. We end up getting cut out. So before she comes into the room, I want to tell her how I feel about it before she comes into the room. And Sandy and Curious, Sandy, me and you, we should get married. I think we should. Definitely get married.
Joey would have a problem with that.
Oh, sorry, are you married already? Who's Joey? No, I'm joking.
Yeah. Oh gosh, yes. Look in the chat when I talk. Just say hi.
I haven't looked.
He's right there. There he is.
Hi, Joey.
There he is.
I better say, is his name Joey in here?
Yes.
Okay, Joey.
Yeah, you can say
Joey.
Yeah.
How do you spell Joey? I can't fucking spell.
No, he's not in the chat. He's sleeping right now.
Oh, sorry, sir. Hi, Joey.
That's okay.
I'm in the live chat as well, but just there to say hello to some people.
I'm just saying his picture's on my picture in the chat. That's what I'm saying. It's a picture of the two of us. You see?
Oh yes. I see there. Oh yes. Okay, I see that now. Oh, lovely. Beautiful. Oh, sweet. Do you can I ask you a question, girls and boys that are in the chat as well? Do you find this Mandela Effect community is bringing people together in a I better hit that button. Anyway, there's 24 people watching, and there's only 6 likes. I just hit 1, so hit that like before I have to come to your house and knock down your door, folks. Seriously, hit that. Sorry, folks. Just had to go off on one there for a second. But do you find that this community brings people together in a romantic way as well, when it does happen romantically in a way, it becomes more of a deeper connection? Can I ask you?
I honestly don't know. I only know of a couple couples in the community. Mm-hmm. And I think that's because we're all so widespread apart. Honestly, I think that's what it is. Because there is a baby coming. Gosh, I can't remember. I know it's Hitman Lost. Why can't I remember Mama? I'm so sorry.
It's all good.
My brain is blanking out on me. There's a baby coming.
Oh no, Jesus Christ, what's going on, man?
I have to go back to Mandela Monday. Oh wow, my brain is blanking.
Don't worry about it. It's all good. Listen, I've loads of topics to talk about if you want to talk about mad topics, but I also have mad shit as well. But anyway, I'm trying to say hello to everyone in the chat as well while talking to you. I'm fucking crazy. It's like 6 o'clock.
Hold on for 1 second, Teresa. I sent you the link. Get in here.
Get in here.
She's in the chat. So I'm like, Teresa.
Get in here now.
Get in here.
Oh, no, Wizry. Hi, Wizry. I love you. Teresa, seriously, come on, get in here. I had to tell you.
She's saying nope. What?
Why not? Come on, woman, get in here. Don't be shy. I love you. I'm sorry, I'm just crazy. I'm just trying to read all. The fairest of them all, you don't know, though fairest amongst women. That's Dean Johnson. Hi, Blaze. True TNT, Curious and Curiouser. I'm just reading the comments as well whilst doing stuff. Why not? Because I didn't get a chance to read any of these yet.
Yeah, I mean, you're welcome to do a shout out.
I didn't realize that I can read them on this side. I was in the private chat trying to read private chat, and I realized I'm the only one that decided to put a message in the private chat, and I had to go into the live chat. But yeah, it's not going forward on this one. But yeah, we'll get there. Hello, True TNT, Ramsey, Hannah, Tobin Swing, True TNT, Ramsey, Teresa, Wizry, Sandy, you're there too. I am there too. I'm there somewhere too. Why are we there, not here? I can give you some more theories. There's someone I missed. I didn't see that color before. A&E coins. Then I have to do the live chat too. So yeah, and Hannah and all them. So thank you very much for being here. So what was I going to say? I've been streaming for fucking 3 weeks. All of it, and I just can't stop. What the fuck am I addicted to this shit? Sorry, I shouldn't swear. What time is it over there?
Right where I am, 10:48.
And what time is it where you were, Curious? Was that you, Curious? I can't see. I'm not on that screen. Yeah, go ahead. Was that you? 9. So that's past the watershed, so you can probably swear now. What's going on with Teresa?
Is Teresa coming? I don't know what time it is.
She's coming.
Yet.
She'll be here in a minute.
Okay.
I can give you if you want. If you want to do more pictures, I don't mind.
Okay. Well,
it's up to you. Or if there's, I don't know how this works. That's what I do, and I just get bored of it too. I'm mad. Go ahead.
Give me 1 minute. I'm working on Teresa here.
I have some things that I could show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, go ahead. Go right ahead.
Go. Do you know what? One thing I can ask as well. I do have written down a question I'd like to ask. I'll do that.
Oh wait. Let's ask the chat first before I do anything. Does anyone remember Twinkie being spelled with a Y, like Twinkie? I'm going to put it. Oops. I'm going to write it in the chat. So just so you can. Jesus. Hold on. I'm sorry. Oh, just so you can see what I mean. There. Yeah, like Twinkie, you got it. True NT. True and true TNT. I'm sorry. Twinkie. Okay, with a Y instead of an IE. Okay. Now we were looking for residue for Teresa's here. We're looking for residue for
sleep anyway.
Twinkie.
Yay! Can
Okay.
I hear her? Can I hear her? Wait, can I hear her? Teresa?
We were all looking for residue, and we found some for Twinkie.
Okay.
With a KY. Yeah, and let's see what's this.
Okay.
Hi, system failure.
Hold on.
Beautiful.
Did I get the name right? I'm sorry. System failure.
There we go.
Oh,
Here's
your
one
system?
bacon Twinkie. I know we all found some
Oh,
residue.
gross.
So,
Yes. Oh,
so
I did see the
Sandy
bacon
found,
Twinkie.
found a lot of residue. I was very surprised that
Don't be shy.
we found these, and I'm glad.
They look really nice. Them bacon Twinkies look really nice.
I can't imagine the grease coming off that when they deep fry it.
Oh.
So far in the chat, everybody remembers IE.
IE, or it's off to work we go with a hockey stick and that's as well, isn't it? IE, it's off to work with a walking pick. IE, whatever the fuck it is. It's not off.
You're on, Mark.
It's not off. Thank you. It's just a big bag of weed. And probably just energy. Or the YouTube gives me loads of energy. I don't know. You're creative, Tracy. You've created a monster. You, Sandy, Brian, and all of you created a monster. This Facebook thing, I just couldn't get it set there, so I said, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna do my own sound." So you created a monster, so I blame you all. But yeah, I'm addicted to it. I pay for the month, so I'm gonna stay on for the month. And that's it. No restrictions on me. No 20 hours per month for me. I'll go on for the fun. I pay for the month, so I'm gonna do it to the month. When they knock me off, I'll see what happens.
You set a Mandela record for being on the longest at one time.
I did 10 hours stint. It was quite funny. Good fun. Great fun.
He set a record.
Is that the
We're
record?
gonna put you in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, man. If you can find out the record for streaming a bit of Mandela Effects and other weird shit, please do. I will.
I was on before Jason McFalls was on his stream. Remember that, Sandy? What was it, 4 to 6 hours?
Yes.
Wow. They were brilliant. They were great.
You beat me by a milestone, Mark.
Me? I was just on.
You beat me.
What's
that Twinkies was good, Curiouser. Good.
Yeah, Brian Staley just 8 or 9 or 10 or whatever. I'm not too sure. But yeah,
Brian Staley, man. Yeah, he's up there too. You got competition.
There used to be like a 24-hour Mandela live stream going on. But the thing is, that was multiple people.
Okay.
It wasn't just one person.
You should challenge Dan to it. You should challenge Dan to see how long he can go.
I'm
triple dare you.
Definitely multiple people.
No, I think head-to-head Brian Stavely and System Failure and see who goes on longer.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Listen, I've never had a cup of coffee while being on air. So don't even go there.
You did it.
And then I do have people can deliver stuff to my door. Right to my door like that. I do have a bank account with a little bit of money, and I do have a little bit of cash here. Don't challenge me that kind of stuff because, you know, I can go on. I've got residue coming out my ears. I haven't even put a USB stick into my computer for about 7 months yet. I've got 5 cameras full of residue that I've taken, and I'm like, I can't show them because they keep getting taken off my computer. Since I got an Apple Mac, my stuff gets taken off the computer. Were you there, Teresa, the other night when the picture got taken off my computer in front of everyone live? I think you might have been in the chat. It's crazy. One of the line of the alarm residue took straight off my screen. I'm like, I can't put it, so I'm afraid to do it now. I don't know. It's crazy. I'm getting new internet on Monday, 50 times faster than what it is. So 50 times faster than what it is. I think I'll be on 150 megabytes, so I can run 2 laptops at the same time.
Go.
So
awesome.
Yeah, bring it on, YouTube. Love you. Thank you. Listen, you created a monster. Sorry. Excuse me. Sorry.
Hey, we're gonna call you the Mandela Monster.
Being called worse. I'm being called worse.
Curious, do you have anything else you want to show?
No, I'm good.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Sure?
Sorry.
There's nothing else right now? All right. Do you want to show Teresa's stuff? The residue folder?
Yay!
Yay! I don't even know what I'm presenting, but that's okay.
I'm the same, Teresa. I just go off the coffee now. I mean, I just have.
You're gonna have to remind me what you're showing.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I tell you that the folder was called? Yeah, I sent you a picture. Yeah, I'm sorry.
System failure on 750 megabytes per 150. I don't know what it's going to be. It's going to be fucking fast anyway. That's funny. Oh, shucks. I'm just reading some of these.
Huh?
Go ahead.
There's a duplicate in here, so we're going to start with what we end, I guess. But, Teresa, this is what you sent me today. Nick Lachey.
Yeah, actually, it was funny, guys. Hour today. I like to spend my lunch hour hunting for residue. That's pretty much what I do. Is I sit there, eat at my desk, nobody bothers me, and I hunt for residue, and that's how I spend my hour lunch. So today I was in the mood for looking for some Publishers Clearinghouse because I keep seeing these articles pop up on my phone like deceptive this and deceptive that, but of course it's not saying Ed McMahon. You know, it's the current timeline. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go look for some residue for Ed McMahon. So I go into the Wayback Machine. I want to give you guys a little hint out there. Any of you guys who hunt residue, great place to go. Waybackmachine.com. You don't have to pay for it. It's free, but they ask for donations. Just ignore that. Go in there and you can find slews of residue. Like seriously. And I've found a lot of residue in the Wayback Machine. There's all these little sources you can click on, newspapers and media. And so I decided to click headlines and look what popped up. Look at that. I don't know if you can zoom in on that.
I can read it to them. It says, like a Publishers Clearinghouse, almost like Ed McMahon back in the day. So this is what they were saying.
And this was a talk show, I guess, or Nick, whatever his name is.
Nick Lachey on Battling Hunger on the Today Show.
Yeah, and they mentioned Publishers Clearinghouse. It's like, okay, they remember.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they were
hand
delivering food.
I was like, yeah. Wait till you see the next one. The next one had to do with when Obama was it 2000? Is there a date there, Sandy? The next one? I'm sorry. Yeah, you look.
We have to wait until it's on the screen, Teresa.
Sorry. That was one of them. There you go.
Right, so this is the
remember
Rachel
when
Maddow
Obama
show.
was? Yeah. Look at this.
And it
Zoom
says,
in on. I think it was 2009. Obama was. What year does it say? I think it says on that check there.
It says
2009
Clearinghouse sweepstakes. It says 2012. That wonderful year
12,
again.
okay. Oh yeah, there we go.
You have to give up that Ed McMahon Publishers Clearinghouse moment. And that's all I can read because it's cut off. This is when they were doing like the stimulus checks. This had to do with the stimulus checks in 2012.
Yes. I was like, oh my God, here we go again. So this was just a little bit of residue for Ed McMahon, and I was shocked. I mean, the people who do these talk shows, you know, and whatever, they remember it. So I just thought it was amazing. Find it.
It's good. Very good.
And thank you. And I like that. And another thing that I like when you go into this Wayback Machine, that whenever you find your residue or whatever you're looking for, it actually highlights it. For example, when I was looking for a spelling of a name, say I was looking for Nicolas Cage, well, all these things would pop up. And when you click on where you're going, it literally highlights it for you in the Wayback Machine. Just want you to know that. Anything you find is highlighted automatically to stand out. You don't even have to highlight it. It highlights
convenient.
itself. Yes. So yeah, very excellent. One of my top sources, besides Pinterest, I go there a lot, but my other source that I really love is the Wayback Machine. So I'm giving a few of my secrets away, but who cares? We're going to share it all, everybody, right?
Yeah.
We're here to present it, and we wanted to get it out. So I'm getting it out. So that's the best thing to do, is get it out and share it for everybody to see.
I think the next one is mine.
Absolutely. That's absolutely. Yeah, that's
Okay.
If the more people see residue, yeah, definitely. I think I agree with you, Tony. The more people see it, might give them flood memories back to them.
It might wake somebody up. I woke up hey guys, real quick. Sorry, Sandy. I was I've been having really bad allergy problems. I don't know if you guys know. I've been very stuffed up and sick. I took a cab home today from work because it's very windy here. I woke up my cab driver. Like, seriously woke him up. He said, I'm going to go home and look at my Skechers. And I'm like, you're not going to find your tea. And he says, what do you mean I'm not going to find my tea? Because that was my wake-up one 3 years ago. He says, I got Skechers at home. And he goes, and it has a tea. And I'm like, how much do you want to bet?
That's amazing. So the same one as you have? Wow, that's amazing. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, but I did ask him a few other ones like Febreze, Fruit Loops. He remembers Peppermint Patty, Patty, and I said you might want to look at that candy bar again. Now it's Pattie. That one's a huge one. I did post that in a group a while back, but that one he freaked out on. And Luke, I am your father. He just the one that really freaked him out the most, guys, out of all of them, the scarecrow with the gun. The scarecrow with the gun. He looked at me like he has a revolver now. And I'm like, yeah, you should have seen his look. This poor guy didn't want to leave. He was like, I'm like, don't you need to go? Because he's a cab driver. And he's like shaking his head, staring at his phone with the scarecrow with the gun. He's going to have nightmares tonight because of me.
Sorry to interrupt, but
Andy, I sent you the wrong one. I'm going to send it to you again.
Sorry about that. But it was funny.
Residue.
He freaked out over the
I'll go ahead and change it then.
And I'm sending you the
we
one
saw
that we're talking about.
And it looks like that's it.
Yeah, there's not much in there today. I wanted to show you. There's another folder of Teresa's stuff. I just want to. Hill Valley High School. Can you show the image I just sent you on Messenger? It's the 2015 high school. I want to point something out that I don't remember.
Weird.
I put the wrong image in there. I'm so sorry. On my phone, they all look the same.
And which folder?
Well, before you go to the folder, can you go to Messenger really quick and get that image since you just showed the wrong one?
Oh, okay.
Which one are you bringing up?
Hold on one sec here.
Sure, take your time.
Hold on.
Keep track of all these folders.
Okay, you sent it the message over there.
Hannah Walker has a question for us. Has anyone experienced an alternate reality for one day? 5 months after Trump's election, he dropped the mother of all bombs in Afghanistan's mountain range. I had never heard of the bomb. I haven't either. Apparently, Trump dropped a bomb in Afghanistan. I didn't know about that.
When?
5 months after Trump was elected. So, November, December, January, February, March, April 2017.
Dropped a what?
Can Curious to bring it up?
Dropped a bomb where? Huh?
In Afghanistan. What's Moab? Is that the... Sorry.
Yeah. Okay, I think I might have heard that.
Seriously?
Do you know what I have? Sorry. you know what I have here? I don't know if you know. So
What do you have there?
just really one quick question. So the 52 states, usually got 51 states there. Is that correct? 51?
50 now.
50 now. It's 51
52.
now, is it? 52. 52. Okay. So there's a clip. I
No,
found. No, it was
No,
52.
it's 50
Now it's 51,
states,
isn't
but
it?
people remember. People remember 52, and some people remember 51.
52.
Okay. So, who was that president? The black. What was his name? Obama. His name?
Yes,
Obama.
Barack Obama. Yeah.
Obama. Yeah. Have you ever heard him? Have you heard him say anything about the 58 states?
What?
Let me find it. Let me find the clip for you. Carry on. I just want to know if you've seen it before or not. I'll find it for you. I'll play it for you in 1 second. Just because you're talking about alternative realities and talking about people come from here from different realities, and I think this clip might show that he was in for a different reality that actually had 58 states, and now he didn't get the download before he actually talked to these people, and we caught him on the fucking. We caught him. I'll show you. It's self-explanatory, I suppose, when you see it. But when you think of him, if you think of some of him come from a different reality, and you get the download from where he came from was a 58 states. So sorry, go ahead.
Did you want to show something?
That's okay.
System failure?
Really quick,
I'll do
put
it in a
that
minute.
picture back up so I can explain what the problem is. The picture you just had.
I'm just asking.
Okay. Yeah. Hold on.
Yeah,
we can go
someone
and
asked the
do
chat if they
one thing at
remember
a
it.
time here.
Yeah. No,
Okay.
I'm just asking you. Then you want to hear it. I'll get it for later. I'll get it for later. Sorry, I'm on a fucking. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
Guys in the chat, in 2015, in Back to the Future 2, do you remember the A being an upside down V in Hill Valley High School? Because I don't remember that.
No.
The letters are cut all weird. I'm just curious if anybody else remembers it like that, because I don't.
No.
Do you remember that system failure in Back to the Future 2?
No. That one. No, not so much. There is. Do you know what? Do you know what I found weird on that one was? I thought that one of them was or actually two of them letters were merged. I don't know why, but that was just a different picture, I think. There's so many different pictures online of that. And there's so many different things that keep popping up about Back to the Future, different changes. So it's very confusing. I haven't seen it for years either. There was a gazebo in the middle of the thing that went missing as well. Is that right, Teresa? Or Sandy? Or
yeah, the DiVa, like when he's walking in the courtyard, or what do you want to call it? And there's a cop walking by him, policeman. And supposedly that remember Sandy, you had found that?
Yeah,
the weird statue or whatever it was. It was like a memorial or something.
That wasn't me who found it. I'm not the one who found it. I forget who found it, but we talked about it. Someone else found it.
Okay.
But then there was residue.
Yeah, there was. I think I was on with you on Brian Farron's when you were looking.
Brian did that one too. Yeah.
Brian's channel, but I think it was Neat Input.
Okay.
I do.
Probably.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff with Back to the Future that going on at the moment, isn't there? There's another few ones.
I think it's not done, guys.
No, it's definitely
done.
not
I think we're going to find more MEs.
Oh, of course, definitely. I think it's going to be 100%. Come on, carry on. Sorry.
Yeah.
And what they were talking about in the chat, the mother of all bombs being dropped in Afghanistan. Hannah Walker continues to say, I had never heard of it. The news said it was months before help could be sent to destabilize the mountain range, dust high in the atmosphere. They had worries about a global winter. I didn't hear about any of this. I sent you a link, Curious, or if you want to pull the article up. I've never heard of this. This is like a black Tom. Never heard of this. Except this is 2017.
Where did you
this
send
is just
them?
3 years ago.
What link?
It's the link I sent you in Messenger right after the Back to the Future.
No way.
I've never heard of this. That we dropped an atomic bomb on Afghanistan. And they're worried about a nuclear winter.
No. Is this real news?
This is real news.
You're tripping me.
Bollocks.
Yeah, no, Hannah Walker is, not me.
Oh yeah, I always say bollocks, sorry.
Bollocks? What's that mean?
Bollocks. That's my intro to my show. You're live. Do not say fook or bollocks. So bollocks isn't a bad word, or fook is definitely not a bad word.
Yep, there it is. I don't know if this is real. We're going to have to confirm. But It says Thai Vision the Nation. U.S. unleashes mother of all bombs for the first time in Afghanistan. Web fact, April 13th, 2017.
No
World
freaking way.
And it says Reuters. Moab. And Wizardry confirmed. Wizardry
Crazy.
said Moab. That's how I found it. And Wizardry says, at Hannah Walker, I heard about that. I have a few friends in the USAF, RAF. It was a Moab JP233. I've never heard of this event happening.
Me either, Sandy. That's huge.
A 21,600-pound GBU-43 bomb, which has 11 tons of explosives, was dropped from an MC-130 aircraft in the Achin district of Nangarhar province, close to the border of Pakistan. Pentagon spokesman Adam Stump said, "Get out of here." It's the GPS guided missile that was first tested in 2003. What? Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned it too. I've never heard of this. Jay Straw said, I've heard about it, but I don't think it's nuclear. That's why we're going to look into this more, because if they were worried about like a global winter, it would have to be nuclear.
I want to do a shout out.
Go ahead, do a shout out, Teresa.
Shout out.
Wizardry says it is atomic. It's not atomic. It's conventional. Thank you, Wizardry.
Where's she gone? She's gone. She was just meant to give a shout and she disappeared.
Oh, Teresa.
Come on, Teresa. Come on, come back, come back, come back, come back, come back.
Come back, Teresa.
Come back,
I'm telling her to come back on Messenger.
Come back. Yeah, it's a connection though, isn't it? It's what's it called? The internet or whatever. Unfortunately, yeah. Mine just had a joke here as well. Do you know what it is? The StreamYard. Every now and again, it just does a fucking surge. Sorry, I just
no. It's not even that. Teresa uses her phone like 4G.
Oh yeah,
and
okay.
If there's a lot of people on the network, I think her phone kicks her off.
Okay.
They're like, she's using too much right now, and kicks her.
Hi Prem, Wizardry, Hannah, Dean, J Straw, True TNT, whoever else is here that I didn't say, Tobin. I'll try to go really quick. Ramsey, Prel, they're all the same people here, so I'm just going to keep saying them over and over again. Ramsey, Anna, John Q, John, because I can't get into the live chat. All you as people, thank you so much for being here. Where's she gone? Where's she gone? Come back, come back, come back. And I haven't gone into the live chat yet, but I do hope by the time I come into the live chat, there's more likes underneath this video than it was last month there. Because if not, I'm going to send out people to your door, knock down your door and give you boxes of roses and say, you know what, you weren't really nice the last time we were there. I'm joking. I don't know where you live. press that button, folks. Press that button. Is that called satire? Is that called satire when you do political stuff? So if I make a joke and go, and then just make a joke about it, but I can say anything I want, you can get away with that, can't you?
I don't know. YouTube is right now, I think we can get away with a lot because Curiouser is not monetized. Once you monetize, there's a lot you can't do.
What's I don't understand the whole monetizing. I don't really want to know, but I probably will need to know. Well, that's been a bit presumptuous of me. Brian did mention to me, Teresa's back. Hello, hi Teresa. I was
doing a shout out and I got kicked out.
I know, the second you said, let me do a shout out, and I went bang.
Curiouser.
Yeah.
Curiouser, I have to leave and come back. I can't hear Teresa.
Hi, Sandy.
All right, I'll be right back. Look for me in the back.
Hi, Sandy. She can't hear me, can she?
No, she's left to come back now. So
I just said
let
me do a shout out and I got kicked out.
Go for it. Oh, so shit! I done a shout out before you. Oh shit! You left and I done your shout out for you. Sorry, Teresa. I think maybe because I don't know what happened. I couldn't see you.
Shout out?
I couldn't see who's in the live chat because I can't get into my live chat on the internet. If you can see who's in the chat room, I just done the last 3 names.
Yeah.
I just done the last 3 names. So if you can do the room, yeah, definitely go for it. You might see more on your side than I can see on mine.
All right, let me try it. Hopefully I don't get kicked out again.
Well, maybe Curious, or if she can do it if she wants. All right, I can
do it. Hold on.
When I go into that chat, all I can see is 4 people in the live chat, which is, I think it's
Oh,
because
no, I can see a lot of people.
I can only see 4 in mine. There's 20 people watching.
Hold
I
on,
just
let me
keep
see.
just make sure we've got 15 likes now. So, and then we've got 22 people watching. So even if you're sitting on your arse looking at this on a TV, just go up and press that button, the like button. It's only a mouse away.
Okay,
Go ahead.
Teresa?
Go ahead. She hasn't gone again, has she?
Teresa?
Oh, come on, Teresa. Maybe you shouldn't shout the room out. Maybe that might be the best thing to do.
I think we're going to lose her again if she's not responding.
No. Oh, well. Okay. Maybe, I don't know. I wonder if she can hear us. Teresa, can you hear us? Hello? Hello? Can anyone hear me? Can you hear me, Sandy?
Teresa, you're in the chat. You're not here.
Can you hear me, Teresa? I mean,
She
Sandy?
says I'm here. There she is in the chat. Get
Yeah,
back
you're
in
not.
the show.
What the fuck, man? Oh, there's a question I want to ask Teresa. I don't know if she can hear me. Teresa, can you hear me? No, I'll ask her when she comes back in. I'll ask her.
She's saying she's in the show. No, you're not.
No, you're not in the
Teresa.
show.
Look at the screen. There's
No,
3
no,
of us.
on the
You're
screen.
not there.
No, she's not in the stream yet. She's looking at the live stream. In the stream, she still was there. I'll do the shout
She
out.
said, "Oops, I'm gone."
Okay, I'll do the shout out. Then I'll do the shout out. So we have Curious and Curiouser, Dean Johnson, Hannah Walker, Jay Straw, Michael Fontaine, Prell, Ramsey, Theresa Lynch, Tobin Swing, and we have True TNT and Wizardry and whoever else is in the chat as well. That's all I can see on my side. But thank you so much for ever being here. If you all just press that button. Make sure you give it a thumbs up. If I don't know you, and it's really, really nice to meet you. And these people are amazing here. So yeah, it's quite great being here. Maybe I shouldn't drink coffee. Maybe that's what I shouldn't do. Drink coffee.
Yeah. Stick with
Get in here, Teresa. Get back in here, Teresa. Get back in here, Teresa.
Curious, is Teresa in the backstage yet?
Teresa, get back.
No, Teresa.
Get back.
Teresa.
Here. I'm going to say in the chat to her.
She said, okay. She's coming back.
Oh my God. So they're all pissing one month. I don't know what's going on in the chat. Oops, I'm gone. I'm
coming back now.
Cool.
Curious, is there anything you want to show while she's returning?
Can I ask you a question, Sandy?
Sure.
So with my show on the new channel I have, well, the way I'm doing, I'm trying to do a few more different bits and things with so there's my channel in the chat, by the way, if anyone wants to sub me if you don't know me. But what I'm doing is what was I gonna fucking ask you? You do all this stuff for behind the scenes stuff is really, really great. It's amazing and really, really cool, you know. I haven't figured all that out. I'd love to be able to rack your brain sometime over that kind of stuff, you know. I'm just trying different things with it as well. So, and I'm not fucking, as you know, I'm new to YouTube, but it's good. It's good. So I respect you as being able to, because you sent me a big, like, how long did it take you to do all them questions? You know, that would have took me a month to write all that shit.
Oh, no, well, we did Teresa and I put those questions together. Actually, I think we put the questions together for Curious or when she was on Brian's channel.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah,
cool.
right, Curious, are those the questions we asked you?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're a great selection. They're a great selection of questions to ask, because I've only tried that myself with the interview thing, or not with the interviewing thing.
Yeah, I mean, anyone's welcome to use those questions. I mean, we just brainstormed some questions that we thought would really cover everything that we were curious about with other channels.
Yeah, it's really good. It's really good.
Please let me be able to.
I go to do a shout out.
I've done it.
I go to do a shout out. Can you hear me?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, I can hear you.
So I go to YouTube to go do a shout out, and then I get kicked out of StreamYard. So I don't think I can be in StreamYard and be in the show. What do you call it?
I think you can't do anything.
No, and it's like, okay, what am I going to do? Because I want to do a shout out, So I brought up YouTube while I lowered you guys.
You were
And then I
supposed
got
to watch
kicked out.
YouTube on the TV. I think that's why.
I
Either your
know,
laptop
but I
or the
got
TV.
Netflix on.
You got Netflix on the TV.
I got my Netflix.
All right,
what's
guys,
for Netflix?
Multitasking again.
Do you
Guys,
have
we
Amazon?
need-
Do you have Amazon?
hello?
Go ahead.
We don't have a lot of time here, so if we're gonna show stuff,
Oh, we got to
better
do some
start now.
effects. That's right, Sandy.
We've
Sandy,
got like
Sandy,
a
Sandy,
half an
effects.
hour or
Well, I
something.
wanted to see if Curious Sir wanted to show something first.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, but I don't think that I don't think I'm gonna have time this time, but I can show it next time then.
Sure.
Sandy did.
Yeah,
Sure?
that's all right. Yeah.
But Sandy, I still had stuff I gave you,
Yeah, I know.
and you need to
I
get me
know.
while I'm awake.
Okay. The multiplicity folder, please, Curious Sir. That's
You know what I mean?
Teresa's.
I'm drinking a big Coke right now.
All right, Teresa, you're going to talk about the multiplicity logo. You're going to ask
Yes, it's
Oh.
very strange. See, you're gonna have to zoom in on that.
I just
don't
watched
think you
that
have
And
movie.
to.
here's
Right?
I can
another
see that.
question.
Great movie. Go ahead.
All right, Teresa, ask your
Hey,
question.
system failure. Okay,
Yeah.
well, I got a couple questions.
Yeah.
How many people out there have seen the movie Multiplicity? I can't say it, Multiplicity.
I just saw it. It's on every. It's on every day here. Do you know what I mean?
Well, here's a
It's on
okay.
every
Well, here's a
TV.
question. Two questions.
Great movie. Great movie.
How many times did he clone himself? We know he cloned himself, but how many times? That was my
It looks
first
like a lot
question.
of people have
asking
never
me?
seen it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
anybody. How many
I
times
saw
he
it
cloned
the other
himself more than once?
There's only one. It's only one clone of him. But I want to cut the movie at the end of it. So I haven't watched the
Okay.
whole movie. So I don't know if he
In
cloned
the-
himself more times
Ask
in the
him
movie.
in the
so.
chat. Ask people in the chat because I can't go in there. Of course, I'll get
Well,
kicked
so
out.
far we
You-
have
you-
Michael
you actually-
Fontaine
You
saying
do know you
3.
actually asked him by saying that as well, Teresa. So you actually asked him in the chat. So whoever remembers that, one or two.
Whoever remembers this movie,
People
how
say
many
Fontaine-
times did he
Teresa.
clone himself?
Teresa,
Good
Michael
part.
Fontaine says 3 and Tobin Schwing says 5.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa. And that's where part of this Mandela comes in.
Yeah.
If you look, yeah, because I remember one, you had the one guy who was very feminine. That was the cook and, did all the female duties. You had him. Then you had the one guy who was very masculine that went to work for him and, very all put together. And then you had another one who was like a copy of a copy who had a lot of mental disorders. That's all I'm going to say it that way. Mentally challenged. And I remember only 3 of them. 3 of them.
Okay,
And that's why I want to
there's
figure
more
out how
answers coming
many you
in.
remember.
Wizardry's guessing 7. Ramsey Haber says it was at least 4 or 5.
Wow. Seriously?
I thought, now here's what I remember. I thought he made a clone of himself and then said, you know what? I could send one to work and made another clone of himself. But then the clones got tired of doing the work, so they started cloning themselves, which made the
That's
stupid one.
right.
And there was a whole
That's right.
gaggle mess of them. That's what I remember.
But how many were there total?
No,
I'm going to have to watch this movie
saying
again. I
there
have
was a
Netflix.
lot
And
of them.
It's on
I
every
think there was a
morning here, I
lot.
think, on network TV or something like that. Well, it's not, I think it's on 3 or 4 times a week. I caught the end of it the other day, but I only saw
try to
2.
catch it again. Anybody out
Yeah,
there,
yeah.
try to catch it again and so we can get a total count.
Is it on Netflix?
Well, but let's ask Teresa. Let's
I
ask
think it
them,
is.
Okay.
Since there are people familiar with the movie, let's ask them about this crazy logo.
Yes, the crazy logo. I asked Sandy, I said, doesn't that look off to you? Look at the logo. I don't remember the
All
DVD
the
or whatever the
dots.
heck. Look at it. It looks weird. What about you, System Failure? Look at the DVD box. That is the original one, correct, Sandy?
Yeah, the upside down eye wasn't upside down for me, and those
Look
black
at that.
dots weren't all over the place.
It's
Can I just subscribe?
and look at they're only showing 3 of them too. Look at the cover. 3. Not 5, not 6, not 7. 3. You got the original one and 3. That's what's throwing me off. You see it?
Yeah, I see it. I'm gonna just
Yeah, see?
because I came across something like that during the night. Can I just find something. That does look different. That does look different. Brian mentioned that to me the other day. It's something like that as well. The way it is. That's a DVD cover, then, is it?
Yeah, that's a DVD
what?
cover.
That'd be a DVD cover.
Yeah.
That'd be or the
I think
poster.
it's the original one, right, Sandy?
The original one that we had on the screen was a DVD VHS cover.
Okay.
This one was a poster that hung in movie theaters.
That's what's weird. It still looks, it looks off, like the title.
Well, can I show you? Well,
You
no,
know?
if over here, I have
Go
a
ahead.
picture here. No, I'm not going to show you the picture. Don't give me the screen. I'm just going. Oh, I just find that sometimes in different countries, different posters. Because I've just googled that now, and there's one here with 15 of them on it. There's one here with 4 of them on it. There's one here of them.
Can you show it? Can you?
Yeah.
Can you send it to Curious?
Yeah, if she wants to. I don't know how to give it to Curious.
Because you know what, you're right. Maybe in different countries it looks different. You know what I mean?
If she shares the screen right now, I can show you how I Google that and what it shows on my screen, which is probably
Candy?
it might
Is
be
it okay,
different
Sandy?
Just for one second.
You're asking me. It's Curious's channel.
Oh, Curious.
Curious, is it okay?
If she shares my screen, your Google might be different than mine. But this what you're getting on your
Yeah,
Google?
see?
Is that what you're getting on your side as well? With the
Speaking
Yes.
of which, yes, your Google.
This
is
one
different.
here is-
I had to go to google.co.uk to find some residue today.
Yeah, that's because that's a great thing to do for everyone in the chat who wants to find it. This is the one you're looking at, the one you have there now on the screen, isn't it? Or this one was the one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then you can see this one here is a different one at all, and that's the yellow version. But how many people? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them there. There's 1, 2, 3, 4.
That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, and here, look at this one. There's one. God knows how many of them is there. I don't know what that is. That must be
Okay. Let me tell you, there were like 3 characters that he cloned, including the dumb clone.
Yes.
These
But-
lads here, yeah.
on
But
the
the
right
dumb
there.
clone, I
that
thought,
one?
started cloning himself, and they weren't actual characters, so they wouldn't be like on the main cover. They were just like
You can have your screen back now.
extras in the
Sorry, you
movie.
can have
Do you
your-
know what I'm
you can have your
saying?
screen back. Can I have your screen back now? Sorry, I'll go back into that. Yeah,
I
that's it.
definitely want to watch this movie again, Sandy. You know that, to see
Yes,
if
I do too.
something's off. Listen, guys. I've seen this movie so many times, so if there's something that don't look right, I will know right away. I've seen this movie too many times.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, look at the poster. Look at the poster.
Yeah.
Look. You see that? That's yeah, it's crazy. There's another one. There's another one of them, isn't there? There's another
Something's
one.
off.
There's another one of them movies out with Matt Damon in it. Is it called Multiplicity, or is it where he shrinks himself to a tiny person or something like that? It's quite funny. You can have
What
your
movie
screen
is
back.
this?
Curious. I'll give it back.
Curious.
It's called.
Where'd she go?
It's all good. I have it. There's a new movie out called. It's not out. It's on Netflix. It's with Matt Damon. It's about where he's.
What's it called? I have Netflix.
Where he shrinks himself. Can't remember what it's called.
Ant-Man.
No. It's where he shrinks himself because it's called this thing where you can shrink yourself. People found that it can shrink themselves to tiny people and they live longer because it's a good way to get rid
Really?
of.
Oh,
Yeah.
I remember that movie.
Hmm.
Yes, and there was like a group of people who did it, and some
Yes.
people didn't want to.
Yeah, they came back and all. Yeah, they were like hippies
Oh,
or
I
whatever.
don't know what
They came
movie
back.
they're talking
Oh,
about.
that was a good
What
movie.
was that called?
Guys, Michael Fontaine
carry on.
says downsizing.
That's it. That's it.
That's what it was.
Downsizing, I think that was it.
It's only-
Hey guys, excellent movie.
Yeah, brilliant.
I've never heard of it.
Excellent.
Brilliant movie.
It's good. It'll blow your mind, Sandy. It'll blow your mind. Trust me. It'll blow. Yeah,
Hey, can I ask you
it'll blow your mind. The only way you can. Yeah, it's weird.
what anyone thought of the film yesterday? Did you like that? Yesterday? Or we'll talk about it another time. Go on. Carry on.
Curious, sir. You
So-
sure you don't want to show any of your stuff tonight?
Yeah.
You all right? Are you all right, Theresa? Have you drank
Yeah.
too much of the tea?
Coffee.
Huh?
Coffee, she needs
Are
coffee.
you drinking coffee? Are you drinking coffee? You're not drinking enough of it then. But do you want me to send you some over my my special recipe coffee?
I'm drinking a Coke.
No, I don't want to.
That's why I'm still awake. I'm drinking caffeine, like I'm seriously right now.
I'm staying clean.
Coke.
I used to have to eat coffee out of a jar, granules, to keep awake. When I was
Ew.
running around
Ugh.
with a uniform on.
That's gross.
It's crazy shit. Yeah. Just to keep awake so you wouldn't get shot in the dark. Good fun.
I know some people
I wasn't gonna
off
fucking lie.
beans to stay awake. That sounds better than doing what you were doing.
Well, you know, different place. You know, in a wood somewhere under a fucking whatever. I don't know. Blood sky. Oh, it's good fun.
All right.
What are we going to talk about next, guys? I know it's getting late for y'all.
Can you pull up the one about the batteries not included, since everyone wants to talk about that?
Oh, yes. Oh, that's a good one.
I want to mention that Need Input and Moneybag73 both did videos on this, but Teresa and I have
videos. Recent.
What was the oldest residue we found of this Mandela Effect, Teresa?
Oh my gosh.
What year?
2004? Yeah.
Yes. People were finding this Mandela Effect all the way back to 2004.
Well,
but
people,
not knowing it was
Sandy,
called the Mandela
I want to correct
Effect.
that. People were
Yes.
remembering, let me correct that. People were remembering that movie, but remember, they didn't know it was the Mandela Effect because back then, they never heard of the Mandela Effect back then. But these people were affected. They were affected. Let me rephrase
They were
that.
affected in 2004. Yes.
Yes,
So
and we all
the
got
question
into
for
a
the chat, yes or no,
conversation
do you
about
remember
this.
a sequel? Yes or no? Do you guys remember a sequel to this movie?
Sequel.
I'm just curious. I want to get like a baseline of who actually remembers a sequel.
And remember the name of it too. No cheating. If you remember a sequel, what do you remember the name of the sequel? Right, Sandy? That's important.
Right. And I'm going to have to be in the camp that I don't remember a sequel because I would have seen it.
I don't know.
I've seen the sequel.
Okay, I'm not cheating
at all. I think I remember the second movie. Go ahead, Carla.
Yeah.
Okay, you do.
Guess what? It don't exist no more. It disappeared like Shazam's movie.
Okay, Preliminal says I don't remember the sequel to Batteries Not Included. True TNT, I don't know. David Cook says no sequel for me. Jay Straw says no. Hannah Walker, don't know the movie. Ramsey Haver, I personally don't remember the sequel. Wizardry, I was looking for it yesterday. John Q, no. True TNT, Batteries Included. That would be a better title in my opinion. Tobin Schwing, I don't remember either. Historic Change, Batteries still not included. Ramsey Haver, the original was great. It was a classic, come out when we were kids. Exactly. Okay. I made based on what Need Input remembers and Moneybags and Mr. from 2004 and 2012 and 2009. All the years
I got some
residue.
We got some residue together, and I gave it to Sandy, and Sandy's got a few of her own, and we're going to show you what we found after we tell you now.
Based on all of them, they were all saying batteries still not included. So I made a poster.
Yep.
Can you go to the next image, please, Curiouser?
Yeah, this is a crazy one, guys.
Because if I have any memory of this, this is how I would have seen the poster. So for those of you, Wizardry, looking for the movie, is this what the poster would have looked like? With a still coming out of the top? Because I think that's how it would have been written. If it existed.
I think you're right. Sandy.
I don't know. I'm not sure. I like Batteries Included. That's nice. That's nice. That's very nice.
Yeah.
True TNT. Yeah. And Historic Change says yes. True TNT kind of looks familiar. Yeah, I know. It kind of looked familiar to me too, even though I don't remember the movie, which is weird. And Tobin Schwing said it came out in '87. I was 23. Michael Fontaine,
the older
I don't
people.
remember any number 2.
That's that's interesting, that picture. I don't know.
Do you remember?
I don't know.
Anybody?
Do you know that middle picture person looks like Ray Marone. Ray Marone, is that his name? Ray Marone, the actor.
Ray Marone.
Yeah,
what was
I think that's
name?
Steve Gutenberg. It just looks weird because his hair sticking on.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it just looks different to me, you know. Maybe I've just been watching Everybody Loves Raymond too much.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah. Okay, so this is the next step is the residue that we found with the years.
It wasn't very much, but we found a little bit. Better than nothing,
well, this
right,
is
Andy?
actually a meme that we found. Another movie has vanished from history. Batteries still not included. This is credit to Moneybag73. I don't know if he made it. I think he made it though. I think he made it for his thumbnail.
Great job.
I'm
This
starting to
is
make.
from Moneybag 73's
I'm
channel.
starting to make them kind of stuff as well. I'm going to start making memes and different pictures. It's great the way you can do that.
You'd be a great memer.
It's great the way you can.
Memer.
I love them. I love memes. They're fucking excellent. They just bring that bit of humor to a Mandela Effect that might freak you out a little bit. But yeah, I just love them. I just love them.
Yeah.
It's like a little nice picture, and they go bang. There's a bit of information, but look, I'm smiling at you.
Okay, so this is a post from I can't see. There we go, 2016. And
Yeah.
someone replied, I didn't get it, guys. I had something really bad happen this week. I didn't get a chance to highlight like I normally do. It's towards the bottom.
So good, so good. Keep it still. I'll tell you
Maybe
what.
Anonymous.
You know what? I'm just going to pull these up on my phone so I
It's
can read them as you're looking at them.
2016, 2016.
No, I'm just going to read it on my phone. That way she doesn't
yeah,
have to try to zoom in and find it.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's hard to see
Okay,
it.
so
It looks like it's.
I know it's hard to see it. That's why I'm going to read it on my phone. Give me 1 second
Okay.
just to find the spot. Give me 1 minute.
Thank you, Sandy.
No problem.
Okay.
Is it
6 years ago, this question was posted to Yahoo Answers. A year ago, someone replied saying there indeed was a sequel, that he had a VHS copy, but it no longer worked. There was very much a sequel to the movie, and I've been trying to find it for years on DVD because I had the VHS copy of it, and that doesn't work anymore. That was posted May 10th, 2016, and I clicked on that link about batteries not included. So that was in 2016. Someone claimed they had a non-working VHS of the sequel. So that link is going to be further residue that I found.
Can you send that link to me, Sandy? Later on.
I don't have the link. I don't have the link anymore. I just have the images.
I'm sorry.
Okay, so
I'm going to see if
I'm
for that actually.
I'm trying to look at the images.
I'm sure I could find it if I needed to, Sandy.
Yeah, definitely.
For
We
him.
could probably find it. We could probably you're
Later
the
on, I could probably find it.
Yeah, let's hook up.
Guys, I'm trying to catch up to where she is. So give me 1 minute. Okay, so this is from December 4th, 2018. Batteries not included. I remember seeing the VHS cover for the sequel, batteries still not included as a kid, but the internet says it never existed.
There you go.
Jessica Tandy killed it. Upvoted for childhood nostalgia. I only saw this once as a kid. I think that was the only mention of the sequel. So you can go to the next image. The next image, I want to talk about the logo when you get to it. The T's are cut. Oh no, that's not the next one. Let me get to that one. 1 second. Okay, so this is the Yahoo one. This is 9 years ago. So we're talking this would have been 2010. Looking for anything on Batteries Not Included 2 movie. I know there was a sequel to the 1987 movie Batteries Not Included, starring Hume Cronin and Jessica Tandy. If I remember right, Tandy wasn't in the sequel, but I can't find anything online about it. Can you help? Update, I never liked the Cocoon movies, and I am most definitely not referring to them. And as I mentioned, I do not believe Tandy reprised her role in the sequel. It may have been made for TV. I was a tot when the original was in theaters, but I am positive there was a sequel to Batteries Not Included. This was 9 years ago, everyone.
Yep. Crazy, huh?
Yep, Chris H. 9 years ago on Yahoo.
But think about it. Other people are remembering this sequel, so we're not alone on this. And that's why I try to convince people is, hey, if other people remember this, it's not like some kind of, as people are calling it, confabulation. There's more people involved in these memories. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I hate that word, confabulation. That word drives me crazy.
All right, so this is the logo I'm talking about. This is on the VHS. Like you can see it's all beat up. And the T's are cut off on Batteries Not, and it's just, the E is crooked. I don't remember the logo like this.
Looks weird.
Especially the T's not being cut off. That's just weird.
Yeah.
For 1987, no way. No way. So I just wanted to throw that in too. Okay, this one. Let me get to my matching picture. 1 second. Telltale. All right, well, I can read that. Here's a topic from my field of expertise. I've been reading stuff about this and simulate reality. Some other cases include the missing movie Batteries Still Not Included, but many people remember seeing, but it like it's never existed. And this is May 2016 by Charlie age 65. As well as the Everyday Chemistry, which I talked about on Brian McFarlane's channel. Curious, did we talk about Everyday Chemistry on your channel too?
I put it out in a video.
Okay, good.
A long time ago.
Yeah.
But no, we haven't talked about it. We should.
We should. Interestingly, True TNT said, I just checked IMDb and there are 2 batteries not included, 1987 and 2008. I'm going to explain that. So that's actually 2008. Batteries not included isn't a movie. It's actually a documentary about technology. That's why there's a 2008.
Historic Change says he
Okay.
remembers everyday chemistry. He says he remembers them. Historic Change.
And and the 2004 comment should be there. It's not there.
Mhm.
I'm going to send you the 2004 comment if you don't have it, Curious, or in that folder.
Okay.
Because that's the oldest one. So we should definitely show that one.
Let's
Just
see.
give me 1 minute to scroll to it and I'll send it to you.
Wait, hold on. Let's see if it's not in here.
It says Kurt
What is the
Cobain,
day?
UK.
Okay, that's 16th.
No, this is a gray one. It says from Kurt Cobain, UK.
No.
Yeah, I just sent it to you on Messenger.
All right.
And while you're trying to get it up, I'll just start reading it. It's posted, Teresa found this, March 28th, 2004. And it says, please, please, please help. I am looking for a film I'm sure exists. I have seen it, but apparently it doesn't. I guess he meant exist. Anyone remember Batteries Not Included? Well, the sequel to that called Batteries Still Not Included. If anyone knows anything about this film, please tell me. Please. Thank you. March 28th, 2004. I mean, people, that's 16 years ago that they were talking about this movie. 16 years ago.
Wow. Trying to tell you, it's going back further than we think it is. You know? It's been done.
Hold up. I got to spell the word sergeant for a minute.
SARGENT. Or ENT. Wait, sergeant. ENT.
Okay. So why are we spelling it SERGANT? I mean SER. Because I accidentally spelled it SERGANT and I was being made fun of on Mandela Monday from spelling it. Yet, who just spelled it like I did? Here we go. True TNT just said Sergeant, SERGANT, Pepper. Taught the band to play. I'm so confused right now. Wizardry just said Sergeant, SERGANT, but they're telling me it's wrong. They're saying it's SARGEANT. Interesting. All right, Curiouser has the comment up on the screen so you guys can see. It's posted from March 28th, 2004. I can't believe they were talking about batteries still not included in 2004. Thank you, Hannah Walker. Not all. Not all. All right, Teresa?
I'm here. I'm just waiting on you
Get up,
guys.
Teresa. I know.
Wake up, Teresa.
She's not feeling well. System failure.
Oh, no, I'm joking, honey.
She took allergy medication, and as we all know, allergy medication will not get you out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's why I was trying to hurry up, guys, and do my effects before I.
Oh yeah, she is totally affected by that allergy medicine. Teresa, it's okay if you need to go. We're almost done.
No,
anyway.
did I have any more effects?
No, Teresa, because of what happened this week, I didn't have a chance to go back and add everything.
Oh, it was just those couple?
Yeah, whatever we didn't cover, we'll cover next week. Don't you
Oh,
worry.
the Andy one too.
Yeah,
Remember
we're gonna do
that?
that next week. Yeah, we're gonna do that next
Oops,
week.
I shut up then.
Okay.
I shush.
It's okay. It could mean anything. You're okay. Go to sleep. Don't fight allergy medication. It's gonna make you sound drunk. Honestly.
Am I sounding drunk?
A little. A little.
But I don't drink alcohol.
I know you took allergy medicine. That's all it takes.
Yeah, I took one.
Yeah, it's okay. Go to sleep, Teresa.
All right. Well, I'm sorry, guys. Again, I'm sorry.
It's okay. They're all already saying goodbye to you. It's okay, Teresa.
I hope this allergy cold goes soon. And what's the weird thing about this before I do say goodnight is that it came early this year for me. Normally my allergies don't start on me until February, like the middle of February, and this is kind of a personal Mandela effect. It never comes
Hey,
in
Teresa.
January.
You know it's a personal Mandela effect for me? I knew
What?
you in February last year. I knew you in January. I'm streaming with you in November. I don't ever remember this happening to you.
What?
And you say this happens to you every year?
Almost every year.
This didn't happen to you last
year.
year.
It skipped last year. That's right.
It skipped last year.
And I can tell you exactly what I'm allergic to. I don't know if you've heard of this. Mulberries. They grow here in Nevada, Las Vegas. And last year, I don't think I got hit last year with that's right. Last year I didn't get hit. It skipped a year for me.
Well, that's good. I'm glad you got a break from it.
Yeah, but now I'm making up for lost time from last year.
Yeah, it's okay. Well, go get some rest. And hopefully by next week it clears up.
Thank you, everybody, for coming to the show. And I'm going to say goodnight and try to get some rest so I can get better again.
Good night,
Sounds good. Good night,
and I'll see everybody in the group. Anybody who hasn't joined yet, Sandy, you put the link in the group?
Yeah, I'll put the link in. Don't worry. Just go get some rest.
Okay.
Good night, Teresa.
Good night, everybody.
Good night. Feel better.
Okay.
Feel better,
Good night.
Teresa.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Let's see.
How do I get out of this? Oh,
you hit the
Sandy in the chat. Can you read the chat about the? Let's see.
I can. What do you need me to read?
Help me out a little bit.
Do you want me to read some out as well? I can. Everyone's saying good night. Brody, Brodell, and Hannah Walker is saying good night. Get well, John Q. Hey, thanks, June. So yeah, everyone, even you go shoot. You even saying you.
Oh, here, there's
Oh, there is something in the chat I'd like to read. Is that what you put up? That's what you have up on the screen, exactly.
Ramsey Ramsey. Oh, here.
The Hollywood Reporter has all these round table interviews with famous actors and celebrities. Okay, but I also wanted to mention that Historic Change says, in 1997, I heard Kurt Loder on MTV News announce that Jenny McCarthy had HIV. That never happened in this reality. That was the first Mandela Effect I ever experienced in 2007. Does anybody else remember Jenny McCarthy having HIV? Curiouser?
Nope.
System failure? Me either. That's a new one to me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
history. Do you know I found one there a couple of weeks ago? Where the bill. You might remember this. Living in America, history. It's just part of history. I remembered as soon as I saw it. Whether I got it down or whether you want to call it, I do remember from my childhood as well. I wasn't around in them days, but I remember being part of history. The plane hitting the Empire State Building in 1942. A little small plane hit the Empire State Building. A woman fell down the elevator shaft, and she survived. She got into the Guinness Book of Records for surviving the longest.
Wait! She survived?
Yeah, she survived. She got into this Guinness Book of Records for surviving the longest fall ever. That was in 1942. I don't think that's ever been broken. So I don't want to
Okay,
say it, but
in the chat, did you know that an airplane hit the Empire State Building during the war in 1942?
no, it wasn't. It wasn't during the war. It was just one of them plane. It was a local guy. He had a plane. And it went out of control. It might have been early. It might have been 1930s. Might have been late.
Well, no, I'm saying.
40s.
Oh, it may have been late 30s. Okay. I
It
was
was
gonna
just.
say because
It was just.
1942 we were in World War II.
Yeah. No,
Okay.
it was just a fella that had his own plane. He just crashed into the Empire State Building, but it caused a lot of damage. And yeah, this woman was in the Guinness Book of Records for falling. I think it was 62 feet or something like that, or 62 meters, and into a lift shaft. So I don't know. That's a Guinness Book of Records. So.
I've never heard of an airplane hitting the Empire State Building, and I did hear about a woman who fell in an elevator shaft, but she did not survive. So it may have been a different woman. It's really interesting.
I do have some new Mandela Effects. If you want me to tell you some new one.
All right. Did you hear of this other one here? The Hollywood about the Hollywood reporter who had interviews the famous roundtable interviews with famous actors and celebrities. What does that mean exactly?
They're saying that the Hollywood Reporter, when they do a TV show, they have famous actors sitting at a literal round table doing like interview style, like discussion.
Yeah,
like what you hear.
I love them kind of panel shows. They're really good. They show them. They show a lot of them over here with really old producers. I caught one the other day with what's his name, Hitchcock. But it was filmed back in the day, and it was about what his vision was for all these movies. And I remember the one that was Hitchcock's Birds turned. It was filmed in black and white, and it was actually filmed in color. Do you remember that one? Do you remember that kind of switch? I don't know if it was a Mandela Effect or it was just. But he was talking about that. But the movie Birds used to be. Some people remember it being filmed in black and white, and then it turned out that it's actually been filmed in color. If you go watch the movie Birds, people might still remember it being in black and white.
Yeah, I remember. I forget who found that one.
Yeah,
I didn't. That's the thing. I thought it was just in black and white. I didn't even know it was in
Yeah,
color until I saw that Mandela Effect.
Yeah, there was some new ones I found the other day. There, I mentioned them as well. The suicides in Wall Street, 1929 crash. So, how many people died in the suicides on the Wall Street in 1929? It was hundreds of people died in the Wall Street crash. I think it jumped out to millions, but now in this current reality, no one died.
No one?
No. So I'll give you a little bit of history. It happened just before the Great Depression, starting in summer of 1929. Just slowly gathering momentum. They reached the peak October 11th. It came in Wall Street crash, peaking on Black Thursday, October 24th, 1929. Stories of rain traders jumping out of windows to their deaths have widely circulated since. How accurate of this? It turns out they were wrong, and they were completely wrong. No one died that way on that day, although there were stories of suicides many years following Black Thursday. So on that actual day, no one died that day. That's what the history books are telling us. And then the other one is, I think there's the one, Joan Jett standing or dancing. So I love rock and roll.
Oh yeah, that was I forget who found that, but whatchamacallit? I can't. Oh my god.
That doesn't matter. Mandela Effects are there to be found. I think it doesn't.
No, I know. But Guy Fawkes presented this on Mandela Monday. He got it from someone else. I can't remember who it was. Well, Koch Michael. Yeah.
Here's another one I found the other day. Well, I mentioned it a couple of weeks ago, but here's one I mentioned too. I think Brian McFarlane as well. I think he might have been on the show. How old was Snow White? In the original books, I think you might have. I think was I mentioned this when you were on my show? You've not as well, Sandy.
Are you talking about the dress change? Because
no,
I found that.
How old is she?
Okay.
How old was she? And
how old was she?
How old was Snow White in the original books? So everyone remembers being.
Let's ask the chat. Hold on, wait. Let's ask the chat that, and we're gonna get back to it. Don't worry, Ramsey. We're gonna get back to that because I don't remember it at all. I don't watch the Hollywood Reporter, so I don't know. I just explained what that would have been like, but I've never seen it. Anybody know what age Snow White was
in the original books? Now, I'll come back to that in 1 second. There's one there I mentioned the other day, and I asked Brian McFarlane and Brian Stavely, and they said this is new to them. So in the film, the Pulp Fiction film, at the end of the movie, when Mr. Wolf picks them up, what does the car registration plate say on the back of the car registration? Does it say Mr. Wolf when he drives off into the sunset? Everyone sees Pulp Fiction before. Yeah.
Yeah.
And at the end of it, when Mr.
Interest-
Wolf pulls up, it says Mr.
Uh-huh.
Wolf on the registration plate, or does it say something else? Now, when he's, because that's the famous scene where he shoots off and he gets the girl in the end of it, and he gives them the clothes, whatever it is. It's a famous scene. So what do you, there's a question for the chat and for you ladies as well.
All right, well, we're on the first question. I remember 16.
Okay.
Tobin Schwing remembers 15. Wizardry remembers 15. True TNT remembers 18. Historic Change 15. Brody Brodell 16. Michael Fontaine 17? Question mark. How old is Snow White? Wait, Curious.
How old?
How?
Okay.
Wait, I want to know what Curious thinks.
Yeah, okay.
Curious, how old do you remember Snow White
I can hear someone clicking, but yeah, go ahead.
I have no idea, to tell you the truth.
Well, in the original book, she was 14, and now she's actually 7.
She's 7.
7.
Jesus.
Why?
So she was made famous by
Yeah, really.
by the the Brothers Grimm published it, right? That was set. This one is in the 1812 version of it, and it was made famous by Disney in 1937. So yeah, some assume that she was in her cartoon in her teens because of cartoons. Her early 20s or most. It turns out that she's now what she is actually 7 in it.
Oh my God.
Even though Disney predicted her as being 14, she's actually 7 in the original book. So that's what it says now. But we envision her of being a teenager girl because we see her in Disney movies. Now, before Disney movie came along, before movies were around, we would probably read a book and went, we would have pictured her differently in our own head, but because movies make it, more for the brain or visually, people always have a picture like that in their head. Do you know what they're saying about the Pulp Fiction one? What do you think? What about the Mr. Wolf? Do you think that's the last one?
There's no answer so far. I mean, I've heard this one before too, but I don't. I honestly didn't remember. I think Mr. Wolf. But I forget. This was brought up a long time ago, and I don't remember what it is now.
Now it turns out to be 3ABM581, so that makes no sense to me either.
So it's just like a regular license plate?
Yeah.
That's weird.
But binary or whatever, if you want to add them numbers up to mean letters, we could probably do it that way. The one I came up with there a couple of months ago, I think I've done this. What was Ebenezer Scrooge a real person or not? I think I've done that one. I found that one ages ago, and I've done a video on it. Most people remember him being based on a real person, but he's actually not a real person.
Ebenezer Scrooge isn't real.
Ebenezer Scrooge was not based on a real person. Was the way it was years ago? It was never based on a real person. But now.
Oh, you mean Teresa? That's Teresa's Mandela Effect. Actually, Teresa found that. We presented at Christmas time.
Oh, did you? Okay.
I thought you were saying something else.
No, I done a video.
You were saying in the story, like everybody imagined him.
Okay. I didn't realize that Teresa's right. So big ups to Teresa. I done a video on that ages ago. I just thought it was because it was on the list that I'd done. Obviously, the other ones are the Joan Jett one. I love rock and roll. I just thought that was funny. I don't really fucking. Yeah, I'm not really mad into that.
Yeah, no, I think if you ask the chat,
I was never into that kind of music. Most remember.
I think if you ask the chat, most people are going to remember. Actually, we'll ask the chat.
Yeah, is it? I'll give them 2 options. Is it? I saw him standing at the record machine, or I saw him dancing at the record machine. So it's either one or the other. I saw him standing. I'm not going to sing because I love rock. See, I can't sing, so I'm not even going to bother. So yeah, I love rock and roll. That famous song, Joan Jett cover album, 1975 track. I love rock and roll. That's a mad one. That's a crazy one. That came up there in my brain the other day, and I thought, you know what? That's a dual memory on that one. That was kind of weird.
Yeah, True TNT says standing. Brody Brodell says standing, and Hannah Walker says. I think most people are going to say standing, even though it's dancing now. Yeah,
I asked a few groups as well the other day about the one about the Bermuda Island. I don't know if you know about the Bermuda Island. Probably people do. Do you know about the Bermuda Island?
About it.
You do you remember there being a Bermuda Island?
Oh yeah, I was going to go there on my honeymoon in 2003.
Bermuda Island, were you?
Bermuda.
No, just Bermuda Island. There's an island called Bermuda, which now doesn't exist in this reality, apparently. Just disappeared.
Wait, I'm confused. You're saying there was a second one, or you remember Bermuda being called Bermuda Island?
No, there is a place called Bermuda Island. I'm not too sure where it is. It used to be on the map, but now it's not on the map. You know, when the shift happened, it just disappeared off the map. And some people remember it being a place, not Bermuda Triangle or any of the Bermuda places around there, but an actual island called Bermuda Island, which is in around that area. I think.
Oh, I've never heard of it. No, I'm sorry.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
I've always just known Bermuda off the coast of. Now, the location of Bermuda has changed for me. It was off the coast of like Maryland and Virginia for me. It was further north, not off the coast like it was right there. I mean, like it was parallel with Virginia and Maryland, but now it's parallel with like North Carolina. So it's moved much further south than what I remember. But I've never heard of Bermuda Island. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Even to the chat, anyone in the chat today, remember Bermuda Island? One more I want to say, because Matthew Reed brought this up today. The Black Death. So when was the last major plague outbreak? Was it the Black Death in the 1300s, or was it something else?
I thought it was SARS in the early 2000s in China.
No, this is a different one. So the plague pandemic. This is the plague pandemic, like the Black Death. That kind of one. Not a
that was old, yeah.
So the 1300s. Most people remember that. What about you, Curious? Do you remember that being in the 1300s as well?
No.
No. Well, now it's apparently in China. The last one was in China, 1855, and the last actually. Other stock of the third outbreak was considered contained in 1960. With these type of things, they keep popping up every now and then, popping their heads up and just, will scare people, and that's, they're contained they're contained before they're even left out. I found, but this one is particularly because I run research and all this kind of stuff and loads of different books, and I'm sure it was the 1300s. That was it, And then I realized, obviously, the plague in London it wasn't triggered by the rats. It's actually by the fleas and all that kind of stuff, and that was kind of crazy as well. Then that led me to a thing called Plum Island. I don't know if you know what Plum Island is. You can ask people in that. That's another rabbit hole if anyone wants to go down, called Plum Island. Crazy place where they made insects carry disease all over different places. It's fucking crazy shit. Anyway,
that's weird.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But Curious, they're going back to the Hollywood Reporter thing. I never watched the Hollywood Reporter, so I don't know. I just assume that a round table would be celebrities sitting at like an actual round table discussing things. Is that what you remember?
No, I don't remember that one. I don't know, but apparently on YouTube you can find it.
That's weird.
Yeah,
but again, I didn't watch the Hollywood Reporter, so I don't know what the format was supposed to be.
Crazy days we live in now.
DNT watch. You look up roundtable. Look up Roundtable DNT on YouTube and see what you find. So I don't remember that one. But yeah. And thanks for sharing that. And we're going to have to call it a night, guys.
Okay.
So, but it's been a great show. And thanks for coming. System Failure, it was nice to have you here as a guest.
Thank you so much for having me. I feel honored to be on your show, to be honest.
Oh, wait a minute. Before we go.
I followed you for a long time, so I followed you for a long time, so I'm honored to be here. Thank you so much.
Great. Thank you.
There was something I wanted. There was actually a Mandela Effect. I don't know if it's a Mandela Effect, but it's UK specific. So I wanted to ask him before we go.
Yeah.
It's the one that's These Days or something. The folder in Flickr, These Days or something, or These ? I think the folder's called, because it's days like ? Because it would be something that you would know. I wanted to ask you if you remember this.
Days like these. I know shit about nothing. I know a little bit more than some people, and I know a lot less than a lot more people. So I can give it a go, all right. But usually, I I find people are
Teresa
triggering
wanted
visual stuff as well. So when you see a picture like that, definitely it might bring back more memories.
Well, Teresa wanted to talk about it. Apparently, like Broadchurch and Grace Point, if there's a show in the UK, sometimes
Oh
they'll
yeah,
remake it in the US and vice versa.
oh yeah.
Well, apparently,
Like you
we
done the
had that.
office.
Yeah, we had that 70s show, and then
Mm-hmm.
the UK tried making their own called, I keep forgetting the stupid name, called Days Like These. And Teresa wanted to know if you'd ever heard of it, but
Days like
beyond that,
these. Oh, the last time I thought Days Like These was a fucking a daytime TV thing.
no, that's
Like a
Days of Our Lives.
Days of Our Lives.
That's Days of Our Lives.
Okay. See, I watched too
But
much
the
fucking
thing
TV.
is,
I remember that
what,
shit.
what,
Fucking hell. Days of Our Lives.
yeah,
What the
but the
fuck
thing
am I
that
like?
bothers me is when you watch the intro to the television series, Days Like These, they're
Mhm.
singing Days Like This.
Oh, right. Okay. Interesting.
So that's why I wanted to ask you if you had ever heard of it and if it had changed. Was it Days Like This and now it's Days Like These? Or were they just singing Days Like This for a show called Days Like These? I don't know. Anybody else from from Europe that knows about this or even heard about this? I mean, I have a folder with images that might
I
strike a
remember
bell. I don't
these.
know.
I used to watch that a long time ago. I remember these.
See, it was made as a remake from that 70s show. It wasn't made till like 2004 or 5.
What? Oh,
Yeah,
I thought you meant for Days of Our Lives.
with a TV
Oh,
program.
not Days of Our Lives. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
never
No,
mind.
this is a
Okay.
UK show called Days Like These.
Oh, it's
but
the
Bertie
UK
Brodell is
show.
saying this.
Okay.
I thought that was
wouldn't
an
know.
American one. I thought that was an American show. I really thought that was an American daytime.
Well, that
No,
70s
I know
show is an listen. That 70s show is an American show.
Yeah,
The
yeah, I remember that. That
UK
was great. I love that show.
redid the TV series and renamed it Days Like These. Same characters, same storyline, different title. Days Like These. But in the car scene, where on that 70s show, they're like, hello, Wisconsin. They're singing Days Like This on the British show, even though the series is called Days Like These.
I just dropped something into the chat there for someone for a misheard lyrics a clip I found, which I found very interesting. That was to do with a suggestion thing that if you're not only a suggestion thing, a pre-programmed thing, that if someone said that the song is like a Yingny, what's his name, Moneybags on them Ying and Yanni or whatever it was called, similar
Laurel and Yanni.
Laurel and Yanni, Laurel and Yanni, something like that. I found something like that, but it was to do with music lyrics, and for the time that they were manipulated at the time, sound vibrations, but something to do with tone, and you heard it a different way when it was played to a different speaker at a different time or whatever. And now when you hear it, that was being the same lyrics, but you heard it through a different speaker at a different time, and your ears were different. It was weird, but I did find something very interesting. I left it in the chat there. When someone said to someone, "This is what you're going to hear. This is what you're going to hear," but then 2 seconds later he said something different, and that's exactly what you hear the second time hearing it within 3 seconds. So I don't know if you want to hear a second of that, but I left it in the chat for anyone who wants to look at that. His name's Peter K. But definitely when you can find residue on that, that's amazing. I love shit like that. That's crazy. But I went down to MK Ultra shit as well, and how it's pre-programmed and all. But there's no denying that this kind of stuff is happening, and there's no real answer. That is a comedian, the one I left it in. He's just a comedian. He found this funny. I found this funny as well, but he does it as a joke. And I'm not saying that that's what happens all the time, but that's what could be happening with some of them. At the time, we might have been hearing or feeling a different emotion. So we might have heard a rock, or, we might have searched that song for that one word. And then, I don't know, it's just different meanings to different people, I suppose. I can go off on one as well, sorry. Carry on. Carry on. I'm going to have a pipe.
Okay. All right. We're going to have to say goodnight.
Yes.
Everyone. Ow.
All right.
Okay.
Thanks for being here, everyone. Thanks for sticking it out with us.
Yeah. Thanks for
Thank
being
you for
here,
being
everyone.
here, System Failure.
Yeah, thank you so much for having us. Please, I open invitation for you all to come on my show.
Yeah.
I'd love to book a time for you to come on.
Sandy, put the link up.
Yeah, you know.
Yes, let me put the link in again.
Thank you. Please do come up, and I appreciate you having me. And everyone in the chat, so much for being here. Thank you so much.
Yes, been
Really,
nice.
really enjoyed it.
Great
Really
show. All right,
Link's
guys.
coming in the chat right now. Have a good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.
Good night. Good night.